anymore, though. But does finish him up. Gets 2. Gets 3. What a hit that hits him 65%. Wow! And does it go in? It goes in! It goes in!
The wide swing by 1v2 4v1 might be 4v none!
Hello everybody and welcome back to Marietta College Esports. Thank you for tuning in to our first game of the season of this first week. I'm Zachary Simpkins.
And I'm Clodon.
And we are your shoutcaster for today. So we are doing Valorant today. This is our first game of Valorant. Let's show you the rosters of who we have playing today. So for today, we have Austin A. Smash, we have Ian Hufford, Trey Johnson, Drew, we have Benjamin, Zachary Simpkins, which I'm not playing, I'm a sub, and then we have the team captain, Ian Wanis. And of course, our head coach, Coach Games, who's also going to be the coach for Valorant this season. And yes, that is going to be our roster for this season. We also would want to let you guys know that Twitch is doing an awesome thing. This is September. You can get yourself a deal on subs. They're a lot cheaper this month until October. And also, if you have an Amazon Prime subscription, you can use your Prime Gaming sub you get every single month. And why not use it to sub to Marietta College Esports? Awesome way to support the channel. And, you help us grow. So thank you a lot for that. And now, we have this game coming up. First game we got placed, we were Division 9 in NECC. So, how do you think we're going to do against this team today?
Well, I'm really hoping we're going to win. We have some very skilled players out there, especially we have an Ascendant player going into this lobby. So we're looking forward to hopefully a lot of kills coming out from him and support coming out from the rest of the team. I think that's what we need to win today.
Definitely will. A lot of kills there, but I really like the dynamic of this team. They really are doing an absolute great job getting together. They're really getting along together and really having that cohesion we see. This team basically made from a bunch of new players. This roster has been changed around since last season. We didn't have a Valorant team last semester. This semester, we finally got it all together. Got enough players with the new up-and-coming freshmen. So I'm just excited to see how they do. First game after all of those preseason games. So now we are ready.
Certainly, we're going to see them warmed up today, hopefully. Especially a new team, you want to see them come out hot and just ride the momentum out. Especially if they stick for next semester, that could be interesting. We can compare the performances. And it's always nice to see a win at the start of the season. Especially with this Valorant roster that's new.
Definitely is. And also, talking about Valorant, what is our Valorant schedule? But there it is for you right there. So right now, which is the 23rd of September, we are playing against Wayne State JV team, just coming up here in a little bit. And then we also have, for the next one, we're going to go up against St. Lawrence. That one's going to be a little bit earlier of a start time at 6:30. And then we're going up against Trent University. They're the Excaliburs, which is a very base name, I will have to say. Next is going to be one of the teams we played in the preseason, Arkansas State, Mountain Home. And then we're going to play against Pace, and then Nazareth, and then last Pace. Again, they're different teams, Cerulean Bloom. So stay tuned for those games coming up. We're still not invited into lobby yet. As soon as we are, we will be there. Just trying to find the button to show you guys our beautiful faces, of course.
And make sure you're followed too. One thing to note is, as you just heard with our schedule, this semester there's going to be quite a few varying start times. So if you're followed on Twitch, you'll get notified when we're live, and you can tune in then. You can also follow our socials to get notified. So make sure you do that. That way you know when games are happening, get all hyped up for those. But they will all fall on the same day of the week. So that's a guarantee.
Awesome to see. Another thing is that we are always looking for new recruits for the 2025 season. Yes, this is the first game, but hey, we always need a bigger and better roster. This Valorant team is only put together from the new freshmen that came in this year. We're always looking for new prospective students. So if you have an interest, an inkling, any sort of want to do esports, hook up Coach Games with an which, speaking of which, your high school can also be able to get a virtual meeting with Coach Games, learn about the esports program here at Marietta College. That's his Discord there, Games Grumps X, his Twitter account, if you're a little bit older there, is at Games_Grumps. And of course, feel free to email him. We're always wanting to get our, more people for the program.
Of course, especially if you play League of Legends or Rocket League, those rosters need some people to get going for next semester. And we'd love to see those teams compete. And we're going to get ready to head into this game here. We're invited to the lobby.
Ooh, I'm so excited. We are going to be on attacking first. So excited. I love attack on Valorant. It's a very specific, and it's usually very hard on some maps. They're usually defender sided. So let's see how this looks. We're in lobby.
Pick it up on bind. Right now it says ascent. Ignore that. We're going to be going to bind first.
Yes, playing Ascent. Oh no, it's going to be very unfortunate there. Just going to tab out, of course, for a second. Music. It's vibing. Oh no, that is in-game vibes. I forgot. In-game vibes right now. Right now, we are not in the observer position. We definitely should be. Oh, there it goes. It's going to put us there in just a moment. Yeah, this is lobby. Wayne State. Don't have a lot of information on this. It's a whole brand new league we're a part of. This is NECC. Usually you see it's a NACE or GLEC, but we're going to be here in NECC a lot. Starter competition here from what I've seen.
Yeah, one thing to look forward to, we had those playoff matches, so these matches will probably be a bit closer compared to last season. Especially since before was just based off rank, this will actually include how your team plays together because they got to play those actual placement matches earlier.
Yep, those placement matches crucial. Every single one of the teams had to go through those placement matches just to have it be a little bit more fair. We didn't stream those matches just because we're all still working out the kinks of our rosters. I know the R6 team has a bunch of brand new talent, and they're all looking absolutely amazing. Did very well in their placement matches. Just barely didn't eke out a win against there, but again, what can you do? Another one is Overwatch. They had a pretty decent job during their placement matches, lost one, won another. Did pretty good there. Should be in a higher ranking. We're in Division 9 out of 9 divisions, but hey, our freshmen are doing absolutely amazing this season. I can't wait to see how they truly perform in game. It was just those pre-game nerves. Has to be that preseason nerves. They're hitting them. Just say they got into the game and they're like, oh my god, I'm playing Valorant, and they all started crashing out, which is exactly how it happens.
Yeah. Good thing about starting at the bottom is you can always go up and you cannot go further down.
This is true. So I'm excited. This is the first time we're going to see Niall be playing here. This is the Ascendant player. Previous Ascendant, now Diamond. A little bit washed, but hey, what can you do? So right here, rank-wise, we do have, I think Magic Ninja is Bronze 1. We're going to see Niall, of course, Diamond 1. McLovin, about Gold 3, hit Plat last season. Not gonna be trying to hit Plat again from what he said. A little bit harder there. Pelican is Bronze 1 here, and then Austin is also Bronze 1. So, doing awesome here. Is that actually true? Yeah, we're all Bronze. I thought we had some irons here. No, we're above the curve. This is amazing from our team here. I actually thought we still had some irons. I was gonna... they've been grinding out this season. Goodness. And, of course... Other team just waiting here. Again, map is still Ascent. That's not true. We're playing Bind Attack. Second map, we're going to be playing Haven on Attack again. And then last map, if it gets there, 2-0 incoming for us. We're going to be going to Lotus Defense.
We'll get to see some interesting strats come out on Bind. A lot of teams like to play around those teleports because you can get across the map really quickly. You're going to have to be careful though because you can get caught in them and you're basically dead if that happens.
Definitely going to be looking at a lot of Cypher here. I know when I play on this map, I play Sentinel and I play Cypher. It's a dirty trick, I know, but I love it so much.
I'm a bit of a boomer in the Valorant scene.
Boomer?
I know back in the day, people used to main Sky on this map. And let me tell you, I farmed Sky back in the day on Bond.
Of course. It's either I usually am a controller, but I usually just play Brimmy. Brimmy with the stimmy. It's just that easy. You just go, throw the stimmy, throw the smokes down, and it's all ready. Okay, tech issue. Great start already. Absolutely phenomenal. I love that.
Looking at a quick restart, so we'll be with you guys just, alone here in this lobby for a little bit longer before the game starts.
Yeah.
Different.
Awesome. So we were muted. Apologies. You just saw my lips slapping. But we're going to go back to what I was saying. Wasn't all that important, I promise. But what I was saying is, since we're going to have a little bit of a technical issue there, of course, because these players are playing from all over the nation here, not just in Ohio. Wayne State. I'm not exactly sure where that is. You know where that is, Clauden?
I have no idea.
No idea.
Actually, wait. I did an article on this. For my work study job, I think I wrote an article, and I believe they are from Nebraska.
Nebraska. So we are playing players from Nebraska. That's why we're on U.S. Central servers. Yikes. No EST.
It's a little rough for them, but we'll pull through.
We will pull through. Look, they're at 13 latency. They'll be fine.
Yeah.
I play on 60 at home. They'll be fine. Look, you just got to know where the enemies are and shoot before you see them. That's basically it in Valorant. Again, very excited for Bind here. I believe we got the last player joined in. I'm ready. Absolutely just insanely energetic to watch some Valorant. We have an R coming through here. We're getting ready just here. I'm so excited, and everyone's ready. I'm so excited. We're going in to Bind for our first map of the season, of the semester. Bind, and here is going to be the pick phase. We see immediate locks onto Raze, ISO, then Omen, Cypher, of course, and then Gecko. So this is interesting. A KJ on Bind.
Well, I can see it working. I'm more interested in the defender comp here. They all instantly picked, and you can see that ISO coming out too. So that's going to be a pretty aggressive comp. You probably play around the ISO util there.
Definitely, double duelist is very interesting there, where they're going to be able to go very aggressive very quickly. On defense, not as prevalent, but on attack, it's going to be absolutely just bombastic. They're going to be able to get so many rounds in. But here on the side of attack, the only duelist we have is a Reyna. Reyna not usually seen there as much. So, kind of interesting there. So,
especially competitively, if you play this game in ranked, you might see a Reyna going 30-0 in your games. It's probably because they're a Smurf. In competitive games, collegiate games, usually not played that much. We'll get to see how good they are here. Interestingly, Nihil, our highest rank, is on Killjoy. So we're going to see the Sentinel play, high-level play Sentinel here instead of a duelist.
Yeah, definitely we'll see. And of course, the skins. The spin.
Valorant known for its $20 skins, so you gotta make it worth
$20?
Yeah. Oh,
that's $50. That skin was $50. Okay, here we go. Rush B, no stop, okay? We see Austin trying to take up contact here. Dizzy gonna get shot. Oh, Niall sits down, Vin. Gonna be swinging, is gonna take down that Raze, and now they're looking at those boxes there. They're gonna be pushing out of showers. The Dizzy's thrown. That's gonna be Wingman for Plant. Not thrown yet, but looking to be thrown. They don't know this Omen's here. There's going to be TP onto site here from Austin, making a lot of noise here. I mean, from Banana Hammock. Oh, Niall is going to be able to take down that Omen already with a 3-piece, going absolutely ballistic. He's going to get taken down by that ISO, though. And Austin's going to be running away here, just so Pelican's going to slot himself in here. And now it's going to be retake for the defense.
What was interesting about that entry there is they went split and they just completely caught the defenders off guard there. They were just out in the open and we were able to spray them down and get onto site.
Maybe to see contact. Might be up here. That smoke's going to go away. So now we're gonna see Gecko not peeking. That's gonna be some contact. Pelican with an amazing kill there. Gonna be taking down that ISO. McLovin with some shots. Not gonna quite land the headshot there, but that's gonna be the Cypher. Gonna get taken down by the flank of Magic Ninja, actually all the way from spawn. Great shot there by Marietta College, and that's gonna win the pistol round.
With that kill there, we were seeing a lot of isolated 1v1s that we ended up winning, partially because sometimes we were together and the other team was just alone and they got caught out. I think they're just the speed of that rush initially on the site caught them off guard. And as we go into this next round here, we'll get to see hopefully another Marietta win. They'll have much better guns.
What is this buy?
Round.
Look at this buy. They're buying up here. Austin opting for a Phantom on this round. Not something you see very often against a bunch of pistols. We see Cian they're gonna force up here with a bunch of frenzies. They're not really ecoing this round like you usually see. Contact up short. That's gonna be a goo right in their face. That's gonna be a plant from that wingman. They're gonna try to swing to take it down. The Rays unable to get anything. Pelican taking some shots here. That's gonna be the wingman used on the side of waiting, and now he's just very quiet here. Waiting. Plant is down. Now it's retake time. A lot of mollies on the side of Marietta College here. Pelican gonna be wrapping here. Austin trying to take a long range with a Phantom. That's gonna be first pick onto Pelican from that Raise. With the classic there. Now they hear a lot of footsteps here. Austin not sure when to shoot here. Here's a lot of noise. It's going to be the Rays. Looking at the smoke. Shot take. They don't check the corner. Rays is in the corner. Is going to be able to take down the Phantom. That's going to be McLovin to be able to take another one down. The Cypher on the flank. He has no time. He can't really be able to do anything. Go on here. And it seems that Marietta College doesn't quite know where he is. So they're just going to leave. And with that, there's going to be a successful bonus. Or successful buy-up.
What we saw there was pretty much the exact same play. One thing I noticed on defense is they did not care about taking lamps whatsoever. They were just trying to play it back and wait for their team to rotate over. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for them there.
Especially when you have so many mollies from the side of Marietta College. You have mollies, you have an aftershock as well from Breach. There's a lot of stall potential here in this comp for that bomb. So if you let them get on site, let them plant, which they very easily can with this Gecko, it's going to be very hard for you to recover.
And it looks like we're going to see a bit of a split up from the past 2 rounds. Looks like a default, maybe a bit more focus on B.
Definitely see that there. Pelican playing kind of away from his team, looking for a lurk here. Make some noise. You see a lot of stack over till A here, and that's going to be some contact up here. A swarm grenade. Kind of there. So he sees one, shoots him, dodges the tripwire, and I don't think they expect this KJ. They do not, and that's going to be a Cypher taken down, relying on his trip for information, not going to be able to get it. Nile trying to get a pick, but that's going to be McLovin sat down, and that's going to be AWMQN with so many more kills to be able to take him down. There, the ISO trying to get one. That's going to be Nile taking another one down, and now it's an even fight after that 3K. Magic Ninja reaching for a gun. It's going to get shot down by a Vandal, and now the clutch. Nile has to play very careful here. Has full util. Doesn't have any of it sat down yet. Here's a lot of footsteps. Wingman defusing. Has to take it down. It's taken down now. Now waiting. They know where Nile is. They're going to try to do a double swing. That's going to be Molly on there. And that's going to be Nile taken down. Not quite winning that bonus round. Right there. Nile had all of his utility and didn't quite use it.
It was a little bit tough for him initially. I think he didn't use it because he was trying not to give away his location. But I think after he shot that the wingman there that was defusing, you probably could have tried to use a little bit of util there. Ultimately, it was still harder the 2v1.
Definitely was. Maybe the alarm bot or something could have been a little bit more useful. But hey, that was then. Now going into the first full buy round of the half, Marietta College looking a little bit worse for wear on the eco here. So they're going to have to make sure that they win this round if they're not going to be put down due an eco.
We'll see if we see another explosion on the A site here. At least on the first 2 rounds. Looks like we're going a bit slower this time.
But we do have Thrash online. Hold that planting, you get Thrash very, very quickly here. And I believe that's what's going to be the game plan here. Very, very careful. Leaking all these angle Magic Ninja, making sure to hold the flank. A lot of players might see a first flashbang. This flash could be massive here as we see contact. Nile contacting, sees one, makes a shot, doesn't quite get it. The KJ ult going out, and that's going to be them clearing the site as quick as they can. It's going to be very explosive here on the side of Westlake. Trying to hide. Waiting for this. They're still in this KJO. They're trying to take it down. That's going to be so many players going to get detained. That's 2. That's going to be the Raze. That's going to be the Gecko getting traded by Niall. Niall looking for the ISO, being able to tap off his shield. The plant is down, and now it's going to have to be a retake from Westlake. Thrash is going to be used on the side of Marietta College, trying to clear out CT here. It's going to detain 1, and that's going to be Austin running it down to go and get that kill. Not quite going to be able to get it playing safe here. Niall's going to be a sit down. That Omen. Austin doesn't want to have that swing into him. He's vulnerable. He swings into the loving arms of Niall. Now it's just a Cypher left, and the Cypher is wrapping from showers. Will they know the backstab here? Oh, it seems to McLovin knows. McLovin running away. Doesn't check it. That's going to be an Ares. McLovin clutches, and that clutches up. They're going to be able to clean it up there, taking down that Cypher, and is going to solidify them into this next round.
That was interesting there. So we can tell here that the attacking side does not only rush onto site. That time you saw everybody just sitting back and waiting. And what's interesting was nobody on the defense went up and lurked early. Everybody was sitting back waiting for the rush to happen, but it never came.
And now we have a timeout. So as we're going to go with a timeout. Okay, so it's going to mute us, of course, whenever we go back to our camera. But here, now we're in this timeout. It's very important that Marietta uses this timeout just as well as the other team. So what we've seen here, we've seen a lot of aggressive plays from Marietta. Very good from them. I see a lot of good gunplay from Niall. He's really be able to take those duels and hit his shots.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like the defending side is mostly getting out-aimed. Of course, the util helps a bit. One thing we have seen quite a lot is Omen smoke on showers, and that does help delay. But once they use that smoke, they don't really do anything with it. They just kind of sit and wait. They don't try and push the isolated attackers on the opposite side of the site.
I do see this. I really don't try to do it. We're going to be back. It's only 2 seconds left on this. So now we're going to go right back after the timeout is going there. I hope a really good discussion there from Marietta College. And yeah, I see what you mean. They're really just not really isolating their duels very well, because now they're just taking basically duels from multiple angles, and they're just going to get beat. Now we see...
Look at this. They are not fully set up yet. ISO is all the way in the back. At spawn, I'm guessing waiting to see if he has to rotate to Cypher there, who's alone on site.
A lot of noise here from Niall, using that swarm grenade. Clear out. Using the turret as well. Making so much noise here. Look at all that space he just claimed. Niall claiming absolutely monstrous amounts of space. Look at all the defenders. They have no idea that Marietta College has no want to go there at all. They're already on B side, absolutely making so much noise, getting the plant down. Austin making sure to clear this back here, and is going to be able to hold it. Niall doing his job, making so much noise on A. Now the rotates are coming over. It's going to be a full rotate, but with the guns, they're on the eco. So now this is going to be Westlake running all the way in, or Wayne State running all the way into these rifles, and McLovin on this off angle. Farms up the one, going to be able to jump down and throw that smoke. Now they're going to bleed out from the smoke.
Do they see the Raze lurking?
No, it does. Pelican saw the Raze lurking, able to take him down. Really good call there.
Probably unfortunate timing for the Raze there. That could have been a huge lurk. It's looking like attackers are definitely going to win this. I don't think they have enough.
They don't have enough time. They're just going to run. The best they can do is die from bomb. Austin is going to die from bomb here. And unfortunate they lose that rifle there. But all of Wayne State are going to die there. And that's going to be another round for Marietta College. You're looking really good here. Amazing reads. Let's go. Niall absolutely putting in work there. Being able to make so much noise A to give them basically a free B.
So it looks like what they tried to change up was waiting for the rest of the team to come in and retake together. And especially we saw them lurk up into showers at the start of that round, those defenders, and that's how Raze got into that lurk position. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for them because Marietta had a better setup on the plant.
Very spread default here, just making sure that no one's going to be lurking up here. You see the Raze trying to peek into showers here. We might see first contact. Raze is peeking up. Oh, Niall saw his shoulder. Is he gonna be able to tag the Omen? McLovin. A lot of noise being made here. We see. Oh, Niall doesn't quite hit the shot there. The Raze almost takes him down, hits him in the shoulder. Now the Raze playing a little bit scared. The smoke is gonna go out, but look again. The noise being made here. McLovin Everyone else is here. They're not. Oh, that's going to be the tripwire. They're going to swing on it. You have to be careful here. That's going to be a kill on the Pelican there, as the Phantom's just going to be able to spam, and that's going to be the Neuralink Theft is going to be able to scan out all of Marietta College. Now we see the rotates going in here to A, but I think the gig is up. The Neuralink made everyone know they're coming in from CT. There's going to be a smoke. The Ray's going to get shot down by Nile. A nade is going to be able to go and try to stall Plant, but one has already made it into Lamps. Let's see if anyone's going to be able to check it. One in heaven. Austin has to really be very careful of Lamps here. Gets a call. It's Lamps. Can't trade it out. Niall's going to get taken down by a Spectre here. That's going to be a really good smoke there. I mean, blind. Austin has to be very careful here. Throws it Lear, but doesn't quite get the pick. Is able to lose his angle. McLovin on and off angle here. Gets one, but gets sat down by the Gecko. Then hitting a nice shot there, and that's going to be a defuse for Wayne State.
That neural theft really came in clutch for them. They were able to see the fake into the double fake. So what happened there, Killjoy went up early in the round to bring them over towards A, and then the rest of the team went towards B. But then as soon as they saw Cypher there, they probably called a rotate and went back to A. But unfortunately, because Cypher got a kill in Hookah, he was able to use his ult, and it called off their play.
They did really good information gathering there. We see Eco still looking decent. Marietta College has to be careful here. If they lose this round, they're going to get put into an eco, and that's just not a great state to be in. They are going to buy... Actually, no, I lied. That's going to be Wayne State, Marietta College at the bottom. Marietta College at a really good eco, actually. Able to lose a few more rounds if they need to. Empress Form already popped. Nile taking down that Cypher. Wait, Cypher's taken down. That means it's going to pull defenders over to B. We see a full rotate over to B here. But wait... Do Marietta College know they're going to be running into a stack of Wayne State players? I don't think so.
Oh, and look at A site. There's going to be a battle of the lurkers here.
Looking for a lurker. Oh, so you see this still. Get him, hit down that Gecko.
And that pulls the Rays over to A site too. This could be.
Oh, Nile takes down the ISO. And now it's going to be a 2v5. Just 1v1's isolated completely. The Plant going to go down from Magic Ninja. Playing up a little bit aggressive here. See if he can hold this angle here. Smoke is there. I think Wayne might just be opting to save.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for him. The attackers have the entire site, and it's just two of them.
And with that economy, actually, these are the two players that don't need to save.
Well, they can't buy their teammates if they do save these rifles, so it could help them in the next round, but even with just one rifle, it's going to be a bit of a hero play at this point. They're likely to save next round.
Definitely are. You got McLovin. It's gonna be able to what is that? McLovin was not expecting the omen there at all. Gonna be able to get that rifle.
A bit of a late reaction time, but he found the kill there. Fortunately, thanks to a little bit of lucky timing. But one thing we did also see from McLovin was that kill on A site that brought Rays over. I think that kill actually might have made B site quite a bit weaker, and we were able to take site pretty easily because of that.
Amazing plays here. The lurking and mind games that they're playing is absolutely phenomenal. Really digging into the mental of Wayne State here. It's going to be very hard for them to react. We see 3 playing on A, very standard default here. ISO waiting to rotate. Excuse me. We see Marietta College. Oop, noise was made. Jump was made even. They're jump spotting, trying to see a peek here. Careful there, Austin. You might lose your head, but that's going to be Showers. Gonna be taken over here. No one really gonna be fighting here. McLovin gonna get hit by this nade pretty harshly and go down to the nade. Pelican though with the kill with the aftershock. Utility here is better than gunplay. That's gonna be the attackers. Naya who's gonna be using that ult at Austin is gonna get hit by that trapwire and swung. He's on B side. One enemy remaining. That's gonna be Marietta College using that to detain everyone. That's gonna be the last player. It's gonna be that Cypher.
Unfortunately, we missed that big fight on A site there. Might have been nice to see. I guess the defenders were running from the Killjoy lockdown and got mowed down in the process.
I would have to say so. The lurk from the Reyna, very interesting to lurk all the way and be that late into the round, but not much you can do there. And that's going to be basically the round. Again, forced into a save.
It was a bit unfortunate on that lurk. He got hit by the tripwire and I think got a little scared, and then he decided to reload right after he got hit by the trip, and that was a horrible timing to do that because the Cypher was just waiting to shoot him.
Yep, Cypher swung off the trip and got a pick. Yeah. And now on to the next round, 2 and 6. Marietta College is going absolutely mental here, especially Niall with the 15 piece so far. Absolutely out-fragging the entire lobby. And now it's going to be Thrash online, and same with the Omen ult, but a Showstopper is online from Wayne State.
We're about to see potentially a quick battle on A site here. Raze is pushed pretty far up, and we're seeing all 5 players.
This might be a double satchel out. Oh, they heard noise. They had to hear this. Oh, check your...
They don't check the corner.
The Thrash doesn't check the corner!
Find him? Is anybody gonna find him?
Nope, there it goes. The Omen blinded. They're trying their best. This Magic Ninja, he doesn't check the corner either. He's so oblivious to where they are. That's going to be 1 pick from Marietta College. Going to be a sit down the Raze as well. There's going to 2 backside. McLovin cooking, heating up here. Going to get vulnerable. Austin watching lamps here, but again, McLovin already has 3 to his name. They do not have the spike. Trying to get it. It's going to be a Lear used by the Reyna. Again, they don't have spike down. They're just going to try to clear this. He doesn't know. Now the ISO was waiting for him with a stinger in hand on this eco round. Now they have a... Whoa! They're peeking into a stinger! But it's okay.
Oh no! Oh no!
There are no words to describe what just happened there. That is a very interesting play from Austin A Smash, and...
What we would have liked to see there was a heal. I'm not sure if he had the util for it, but...
Or...
could have assumed that Cypher was back in their spawn still.
Or running away.
Either
would have
one
also
would've
worked.
We would have liked to see them play together there too, because Omen just kind of ran in and then died to the stinger.
It was a very interesting play to run into their spawn when we don't have the spike yet. We got heated up and just wanted to go get more kills, but I think, honestly, playing the objective as an Overwatch player is a little bit more important.
That 3K, he might have overheated and tried to go for the ace there. A bit of an unfortunate round, especially with that early work from Raze.
We see Niall getting sat down by the Raze. So is the Showstopper. No sneaky corners this time. So that's going to be Mosh separating the team there. Pelican taking a little bit of damage from that, but is not going to be able to get hit too hard. There's the Naze clogging up short here, but now they have nothing for retake. Now the flash, really good here. That's gonna be the Gecko throwing off 1. There's gonna be the aftershock to clear it. The Thrash though comes out, gonna be able to detain the breach. He's gonna need a little bit of help from his friend. That's gonna be Austin getting a pick here. McLovin trying to get some shots onto the Raze, and he's gonna be able to get it just at the end there. Almost misses a shot. That's gonna be Austin. The bomb is down. Pops Empress form. Saw the ISO there. Throws the Lear. Nothing there. Waiting. A lot. That's gonna be McLovin stacking with his team here, can blind the spike, but no one's really playing the spike. Here's the ISO.
I believe McLovin does have a smoke still.
He still does, has a lot of smokes, but it seems that Wayne State has opted to give up another round and save.
That's a bit of an interesting choice there. I'm not sure why they did that. I think they were just not confident in the amount of util they had left to try and push back the attackers on that one.
Oh, that's a very interesting peek. Oh, goodness. Peeking out of the Cypher smoke. The Cypher that's standing there. Very scary, but thankfully able to save it there. That is going to be some ults utilized by Marietta College there, but not nearly as impactful as the Thrash used by Wayne State there. Now, 3-7 at the moment in the first half. Marietta College looking very good here.
What's interesting about that round is Wayne State decided to use 2 of their mollies at the start of the round. I think they need to start saving those to start trying to stop the plant happening on A.
Definitely can see that. Pelican. This lineup here, I'm stacking a little bit with Austin. Just going to see a lot of shots traded. Util trying to get from Dizzy. Dizzy does find some util after throwing that there. We see a little bit of a half buy here from Wayne State. Oh, they figured out that they were running into a stack, and they see that they left, except for Clevin, who feels like he's going to stick around here. He has to be careful here. If he gives the defenders another rifle, this could be very dangerous, so he has to be played very safe here. Cypher is on site here. They're going to be able to take down that Cypher. Down immediately. That's going to be the plant going down. No ISO. Going to be able to try to peek here. Throws down the vulnerable. Has this rifle in hand. Gets gooned on. Is going to be able to take him down by Austin. Austin takes him down. McLovin going to throw that smoke. Now it's going to be a 5v2 in the favor of Marietta College.
Right now, it seems like we're seeing a lot more teamwork at Marietta College. You saw that Gecko blind into the peak by his teammate to get that kill.
Raise. Sees the smoke going down. That's going to be Austin collecting 2 more kills for the round. A flawless round from the attacker. Really good anti-eco.
Another pattern we're seeing is Omen staying back and lurking in A showers.
He definitely is good there because we usually see that the Sentinel is the one going to be lurking, but then instead now just having that controller, a lot better mobility to be able to get out of there with the TP and stuff, and it's not as bad. I mean, it is still bad if a controller dies, but not as terrible. We do see a funny little Odin being used here on the side of Cypher, and is playing B aggressively. Let's see how he uses that. First,
in the other round, Cypher might be looking to lurk all the way up and flank this.
Oh, that's very aggressive by Marietta College. One gets instantly sat down. The blind is good. The double blind is better. The Omen isn't going to be able to swing in here. He's going to be able to ult right into their backline. McLovin's going to be able to take him down. Nile rushes that. That's a beautiful shot there from Nile. He's going to take down that ISO as well. And now it's going to be a 2v4. Shots being fired here from Pelican over to the side of our showers. So that's going to be the Odin on the flank. Austin, the Neural Theft, he's going to take the TP, leaving his team out to dry. So Neural Theft is going to be able to tag Magic Ninja here. He's going to get spammed out by the Odin. Now, in a very spammable position, has to play very careful here as, oh, there's going to be a TP for Austin. And the spike is on A. Oh, a little bit of scene there. You see it. Austin taking some shots. Nile with a 3K. And Cypher is walking through short again. We see Marietta College understands. They know. Here's the TP, the double TP. They're not giving up their lives that easy. They're gonna make the double kill, but the attackers get the bomb, the 4K with the Odin from the Cypher.
That was a very interesting round. Like I said, we did see that Cypher lurk and try and flank them, but unfortunately the flank came a bit too late, and the Cypher was really just cleaning up after his teammates had already died. And what we also saw was the heal. He went crazy in lamps. He brought that from a 4v4 to a 2v4 for his team, and I think that's really what secured the round for them.
Definitely did secure the round very well with those kills there. Very good gunplay here from Nile. We see him 19 and 6 as you see here. 10 on McLovin, doing really good there as well. Even Magic Ninja getting some kills. Playing with him yesterday, just practicing, warming up with him. He was struggling to find a kill, but I'm glad to see him even this game.
Well, we are seeing our Ascendant player at 19 kills at the top of the board there, which is nice to see. And all of our players are positive. Nobody is negative in this lobby for our team.
Now, very slow defaulting here. We see from the attacker's POV. Oh, they see the turret just barely peeking over there. I don't think they understand. We're going to see some jump spotting from the Reyna. Not going to see much here. Very quiet here. That's going to be the turret shooting. And now the gig is up. They know that they're there. The nade for back sight. Reyna is in a very precarious spot here. He's going to get almost vulnerable. Not going to be able to swing out. That's going to be Nile taking down the swing from the Goon, taking them down as well. That's going to be McLovin trying to do something here. Going to be able to take one. Looks for that Cypher. Cypher has no idea where he's going. Gets taken down with that flash. A flash onto the ISO. Doesn't quite work out for him. And now it's just going to be Magic Ninja over here on this side. The ISO. Right here. Will be able to swing him. Does swing him. Going to be able to take him down here. Now it's a 2v2. Very winnable here for Marietta College. Doesn't get anything with that Dizzy there. He gets smoked off. But now, grouped up with Pelican. Pelican is grouped up here. Slow walking, has the flash, waiting. There's the go, the flash to go in, but no one's here. They don't see anyone here at all, and now it's just going to be Magic Ninja's job to try to touch the spike. Doesn't quite see the Omen, then gets sat down. The Omen with an amazing shot, flick over to Magic Ninja, and that's going to be them not quite being able to hold down that site.
What we saw at the end of the round there, I think the Omen only lived because the shot that was shot at the end there, Adam, was actually a wallbang shot, so it did about half as much damage as it should have. That might have actually killed the Omen.
Unfortunate there. Almost there for Marietta College. So it was able to bring it down from a 4v2 to a 2v2, so it was very winnable there. The time was against their side, and they really had to rush and clear those angles.
What happened on site there, at the start of the round, we saw that our team kind of got run over, but they did a good amount of damage, which allowed them to come back into the round at the end. Unfortunately, they still lost it.
See, a double satchel over to Magic Ninja, a judge in his face, taken down, oh, McLovin. Has to be careful. No, he's gonna peek right into a judge. 2 with the judge here. The Rays going ballistic, and Niall running at a judge with a classic takes it down. But that's gonna be a Cypher with a Phantom in hand taking him down. And it's gonna be Austin sees the Cypher trip. Has a shorty to his name.
He's just gonna play for exit frags here. There's not much you can do against a full buy. He's actually gonna run away to save the shorty. We know how important that is for this game.
Saving the shorty. Oh, I see.
Oh,
yes.
He's bigger brain than both of us combined.
He's going to exit frag. Exit frag the TP.
Actually could be huge.
Especially a rip to their economy. This is basically what he's trying to go for. It's just trying to kill their economy as much as they can.
They still probably will be able to buy, but any bit of damage is better than nothing.
The Gecko understands. The Gecko is very aware. Come on, Gecko, get antsy. Walk forward a little bit. You know you want to. He didn't listen in. It's not in the comms. He doesn't know.
So it's going to be interesting when we see a similar thing happen where the attacking side takes a lot of rounds.
It is a pretty hard map to defend against. A lot of angles you have to clear, especially when you have a Raze running at you with a judge. Not exactly the easiest thing to deal with. Austin opting to just use his shorty.
But this is going to be interesting. If we see that shorty get an ace here, we know it was worth the save.
It was definitely worth the save. If he gets one, ooh, he heard a footstep. Very aggressive here against rifles. That's crazy. He gets that kill and gets a healing off of it. I would have opted to dismiss, but hey, I'm not the one with the Reyna in control here. Throws a Lear at smokes, and it's going to be able to jump down, back to his team. Got his one and got out. No Sage to res that, but I believe getting that kill. Smokes on here. Pelican waiting for this lurk that isn't coming. Austin, the rat in the smoke. Look at this rat play. What a rat. Absolute giga rat. Oh, the smoke's going down. The smoke going down soon. The Dizzy, the TP. Yeah, swinging long with a shorty.
It was interesting. They looked like they were all blinded there, but they still got him. I think
Pelican's the only one on site here. Pelican almost gets the frag onto the Omen, put down to 1 HP. That would have been an absolutely insane frag. Doesn't quite get it. Now it's going to be Niall, McLovin, and Magic Ninja having to use this retake. Niall gets one, turns it up, sees that. Oh, gets shot by that. McLovin tries to go down. Beautiful flash there from McLovin there. Only one enemy left. They think it's Showers. They know it's Showers. He peeks. He's low HP. All he has to do, the molly on the left side. The Cypher only has to swing here. Does get swing, but Magic Ninja there to barrel stuff him down.
Really good retake by the defense there. We saw the KJ get that first kill, and that brought it to an even 3v3, I believe, for them, which made it a lot easier. If that ISO had been playing with his team maybe a little bit closer, it might have been a bit of a different round there, but we're going to see Marietta 3 away from winning this. All they have to do is get 3 rounds in this half, and they will take it.
Yes, you will. And now, again, Marietta College are doing a very good job here on defense after they were able to get those guns. Look, can only do so much playing against goofy guns. I can't really blame them for dropping some rounds to goofy guns. Pelican opting to not buy anything. Ghost is good enough for him. Swinging this wide here, very close, playing with a Ghost. I would opt to play basically to one of my Vandals die. I grab the Vandal. But that is another way you can play it. We see a slow lurk up to B. It's just Niall here. McLovin making a rotation over as well. But Niall has to be so careful here not to give away his, not to give up his kill. His utility is here. Smokes come out. Oh, the gig is up. Breaks one of his leaders. Good able to shoot him. Doesn't quite get a kill. McLovin though, popping off, getting 2 there. Fire in the hole. That misses him, but he's gonna die. Even though it's just near sights him. The Rays running and gunning. Throws a grenade for Hookah. Takes it down. Pelican again, only with a Ghost to his name. Gets swung, gets shot a little bit. Oh, so much damage done. It's such a quick rate. Both are gonna go down. And now it's just going to be Austin who drops out of Hookah and is going to go down to the Cypher, picking up 3 kills.
At the end of the round there, it was a bit unfortunate. They were getting double peeked and they didn't know where quite to look, so they were trying to rush onto site, but they couldn't get on in time before they got peeked from elbow. So this is that round was actually very crucial for the economy. Both teams were actually broke last round. So since Marietta lost that, they are now on a save round.
Yeah, Giga broke is another way to say it. They crippling debt, Section 8 housing, college student loans, absolutely in shambles. And we see that the middle class over here on Wayne State, and we see very frantic running away as fast as they can. Pelican trying to sit in an off angle here just so he can maybe get his one and get out. The Rays spots him, I believe. Oh, he gets Omen smoked and gets popped right in the noodle. Nile only with the Sheriff, and yeah, that's an eco round. Oh, sat down, tapped in the brain with a phantom. Oof, not what you want to see.
That's going to be a nightmare for them for sure. What we might want to see on that eco round there was staying together and maybe pushing back against those rifles. If you can get a couple of them dead, you basically get their rifles for free. And if you run it down together, I mean, 5 pistols versus like 2 rifles, it's possible that they get something there.
It is definitely possible. Pelican had the right idea ratting in the corner there, except the Rays saw him and the Omen flashed him. Yeah, unfortunate. Can't really do much against that one. We see a lot of defaulting here from the side of Wayne State. I mean, look at them. They're
doing this consistently where they all stay near one side of the map. I think they're all looking to rush every round.
Look at this defaulting. They really want to be safe here.
I'm not sure what the plan is. We'll see if Marietta pushes here, but I don't think they will.
Oh, maybe this is what they're worried about this. I mean, look at this. Like, they are not moving. They are double holding angles. They are not getting lurked on. And that's 30 seconds of the round. Enthralling gameplay. Valorant at its peak. We are Bing chilling. Okay. We threw a tripwire. Threw a dizzy. That's a Thrash. Thrash running it down. Gonna be able to get destroyed. There's 5 people that are able to shoot the Thrash just in time. Magic Ninja throws up a Dizzy, trying to get some sort of value there. Loses his Dizzy for the rest of the round. And quite gonna be able to do much there. A lot of shower players here. We're gonna break the camera there. Austin just doing some shots. Is gonna get vulnerable here. But that's gonna be McLovin taking down Legacy Knight. But Magic Ninja and Pelican are gonna go down to the side of Short. That's gonna be Vin taking down McLovin as well. Gets traded out. Trying to get traded out there by that Rays. We're just gonna get taken out. Austin playing this off angle. That's gonna be Nile. Gonna be taken down. 13 seconds to plant.
He can play time here and get a 1v1 if they start planting.
They're planting. Can't quite run up. Oh, the plant's down. He whiffs. Oh, just barely. Doesn't quite get the thing, and that's gonna be Nox getting a pick onto Austin. So close there. If he just peeked a little bit earlier, I believe he would have had that 1v1 he was looking for.
They did a decent job staying together there to fight, but what I would have liked to see there was maybe keeping lamps control a little bit, because the attackers basically just like left lamps, the defenders left lamps, nobody had control of it, and I feel like if you take that, you have a really easy way to pinch sight, especially when they're planting.
Definitely. Now, again, Marietta College brought down to another eco against a lot of big guns. Not exactly what you see. You're on the back foot. It's very hard to do much. We have Bucky gameplay. McLovin tries to do some damage. Doesn't quite get it. Ooh, that's a lot of noise made by Austin here. Yeah, he's going to concede that space, and we're going to see Nile kind of by himself here with only a Sheriff to his name. That's a Thrash. Maybe clearing sight. They see sight's clear, but Nile is playing in this corner. Magic Ninja is getting detained. Pelican is the only one who's able to swing off of it. Doesn't quite get a pick. Gets one. Nile gonna be able to pick up a gun here. That's what we want to see. Picks the gun. Doesn't know there's a Raise there. Is gonna get punished for it.
That might have been bad comms. Gecko got killed by that Raise earlier in the round, so they still should have been in there. They should have known.
And Austin still holding on here. Mid here. Oh, he just got cammed. Well, the gig is up. He knows you have a Bucky. That Raise loves her aces. Bucky. Doesn't quite get it, and that's going to be an ace for the sign of Wayne State. 9-10. The 9-3 curse still holds strong.
What we're seeing here is a lot of rushing. I don't think I've seen a time that attackers haven't rushed the closest thing we saw was them waiting in their spawn for the first minute of the round, while the attackers just waited for them. It's a lot of waiting happening from the defenders, and I think maybe they should just try and stack a site and retake together, and try not to fight on site. They're basically fighting a 3v5.
Definitely agree with that. They're having Marietta College having a very hard time stacking site, just like you said. Again, they're just fighting a 5v2, a 5v3, and there's just too much utility for people to do anything. You see a paint shells, and then we see a paint shells. You see ISO being able to clear spots. Again, this Raze is being very oppressive with the amount of utility she's able to just dump onto you. Really, Marietta College needs to be able to stack a little bit better and be able to really control these angles instead of really just taking these 1v3s some of the time.
If they can make use of their utility to try and stall the defenders out, or at least isolate them and get those kills easier, it would make these games, these kills a lot easier for them to get.
It would be. Now the game plan, this is a full buy round. This is where that timeout matters here. Full buy. Again, they have to win this round if they're going to be able to recover their economy and recover the game here. Only 3 rounds are needed by Marietta College to secure this game. And it seems they may be falling into the same old tricks. You see KJ putting her setup on A now. Again, a little bit different again. Look at this defaulting. They're just, yeah, 3 people holding the same angle. Yep.
It's potentially they're waiting to see if Marietta changed up their strategy to try and be more aggressive, but what we're seeing right now is Marietta still staying back, and a big thing is Collegiate is now on A site before she was playing B site.
This might be the right call here, because now we see Wayne State slowly lurking up, going to be able to throw down a paranoia, throw down a smoke. There's going to be a lot of util dump at the moment. Lot going through showers now, but do they know that the KJ has moved here? They hear KJ, hear the alarm bot getting shot, doing a lot of damage. That's gonna be the Raze shutting down the KJ. That's gonna be Austin trying to get something done here. The Raze is right there. It's gonna be able to get nearsighted. Throws another leer, but the Raze can see it because it was thrown so close. Able to take it down, but that's gonna be Pelican getting the trade. The plant is down. It's a 3v4. ISO is gonna be able to get his one. McLovin gets another, but now it's gonna be up to a 2v3 clutch. Raze is at low HP. It's worth it. Now it's a 1v3, and now his gig is up. He got the information. The Raze gonna go down, and now it's just a bot frag against the top frag against McLovin. Now Vin has to do a lot. That's gonna be a great blind here. It's going to be check this corner. It's going to be able to get the kill. And that's McLovin with a 4K for a clutch.
That was a huge play at the end. A humongous 1v3 there. And it was all off the kill on the Cypher at the start. The Cypher was not aware that McLovin was pushed up, so he got a free kill on the Cypher.
That is what I want to see. That is my IGL in Juanis. Great job there. Absolutely amazing. The Smokes player clutching up right there at the end. Brings a tear to my eye and a warmth to my heart. And again, now we see here that Nile, again, at the top of the lobby is getting a little bit out-fragged by this Raze here, getting a lot better here with his utility. It should be around where KJ is able to get a lot more done, because it is defense. Your Sentinel is a lot better having their setup there. But a little bit of a cheeky play here. I'm not able to buy a gun, so does get a little bit of a tap, almost a headshot there, does get one. This rush is going to be brutal for Nile, and he gets taken to the domain expansion. Yoik Tenkai hits him once, doesn't quite get the second shot. It's unbelievable. So, but everyone's so low HP, at least 2 of them. That's going to be a showstopper used by the Raze. Austin only with a sheriff. Not sheriff, a ghost even. It'd be better if it was a sheriff. It's going to be the Raze looking to peek a little bit. Not a lot they can do here. It's going to be a 3v5. A lot of them are low HP. They hear the footsteps coming from the right. And they say, oh, he tries to pick up a gun! Gets baited, doesn't know he can just walk over it. He's going to get baited down. And now it's up to Magic Ninja and Ian to try to clutch up here. Ian does get the 2. The clutch starts, tries to get the 3rd, does get the 3rd, has to kill 5! Doesn't quite get it as he's going to get taken down by the Omen, who's ratting in the corner.
That was a very strange start at the round. You saw that ISO ult come out, but the Raze was about to get that kill. I think the ISO had no comms there, and he just used his ult. And if KJ had gotten that kill, it might have been a much different round there.
Definitely would have been. It was so close. If he just scoped in that last round, he might have done. Oh, I heard an operator being bought. The op crutch starts.
They are going all in here. If they lose this round, they're probably going to lose 2 in a row because their economy will be absolutely destroyed.
Definitely will be network issue. That's okay. Hopefully it's not too bad here. We see, oh no, there's no setup on B. It's setup on A now. So Pelican and Banana Hammock or McLovin are going to have a very hard time defending this here. They do have the Rolling Thunder. Breach, though, playing on site. Very dangerous here. He gets, oh, sees the raise. He needs to make sure not to die to there. Does get gooned on. Has to run away. Cannot do anything. McLovin gets a pick. Well, that's what you want to see. The spike is going to go down all the way in their spawn, but look at this raise. Playing aggressive. She knows she can get away with this because he's an operator. They're going to have to take that down, but look, the Rolling Thunder is here. If they Rolling Thunder here, they can get 5 people in this. I just want to see it. I want to see it. Take me to the motherland. Take me home, Papa. Do it. They're waiting for the plane to end. They're waiting for the plane to end. All they have to do is just click the button and it's over. But they're waiting too long. Pelican doesn't have to use the Rolling Thunder. Is going to instead take the aim duel. He's going to get blind, can't get the kill. And instead of using the only util they had to get themselves back into this round, they're now scrambling to try to find a kill. Austin on the flank. This could be massive, but it's a 4v2. It's a lot to get done. He does get one. Tries to use the dismiss and get on the site, but he's going to get shot from the side. Doesn't quite look at all his angles. That's going to be Magic and just going on the site. Tries to get a pick there, but it's going to take him so much damage. That's going to get one down. The raise is low, but going to get in. Right there, so close. The comms are not there. All we needed was a Rolling Thunder, and it's a 5K.
That Rolling Thunder could have been huge. They had all of their players still alive to do that retake. I'm not sure why they were saving it, because now they're not even going to have the guns to fight back against them.
Now a Rolling Thunder is basically useless because you have a pistol against a Vandal. As long as you had like really good guns that you're able to do something with that Rolling Thunder, you still have it this round. You have a KJ ult the next. You have a KJ ult this round for retake. You had a breach ult for the last retake. You need 2 retakes and you win. It's very misplayed there by Marietta College, but let's see how they're going to recover.
We're seeing the classic 5-stack on the A site by the attackers.
Yikes.
Until dump at the start of the round.
This is going to be a hard sell here.
Marietta is going to want to try and stick together if they want to have a chance at getting any kills.
Very difficult here. They're all together. All can push out at the same time. Magic Ninja getting that blind there. Austin holding that angle a little bit open here. Now we use the Rolling Thunder is what we're going to look like to try to get that retake. And now we have to use it very close here. There's going to be the Rolling Thunder hitting so many. Ian Rohannes taking down a lot. There's going to be Magic Ninja going down there from the showers. That's going to be a player in Cubby. Going to be taken down there. Austin last alive to try to do something with the kills and doesn't quite get it.
Unfortunately, they tried to time that Rolling Thunder with the peak, but the kills actually happened before the Rolling Thunder came off, so the Rolling Thunder just knocked the dead bodies off the ground.
Again, very slow on this util being used, and we're dying with full breach kit. We don't see a smoke, we don't see a flash being used. This best util, the fault line, is just staying in his hand. I really want to see more util being used here by this breach here. And with that, honestly, without the util being used, breach really isn't a good character at that point. Oh no, the operator's coming out. This could be the last round. We see B going through here. It's match point. It's going to have to go into OT if we are going to see Marietta College win this. I don't think McLovin understands that there's an op on the playing field. He doesn't quite know the Rays wants to do it to him. He can't peek. Is not going to.
This is very dangerous for Omen because you see all 5 players stacked up looking to push up long, and he's pushed up all by himself. Reyna isn't even holding any kind of angle to help him.
No. Angle's all the way here. Breach. Trying to hold Uka. Again, Ian. Trying to make sure he isn't going to get jumped on. Oh no.
They come.
They're
1v5.
pushing up here. They know this corner's a possibility, and they take him down. They know the corner's a possibility. They're going to be able to check it, and that's going to take it, and that's going to be a fire in the hole to clear back sight. Pelican has to run all the way here, trying to make sure he doesn't die, but the Rays, she knows she's going to try to push up. There's going to be a thrash, trying to get something done here. It's going to take it down. Pelican gets shot right in the face, unable to do anything. That's going to be the KJ ult there, trying for that retake. It gets most of the site, but it's going to be the Rays throwing the paint shells to destroy it. That's gonna be, oh no, Magic Lens is gonna get taken out by the paint shells. The Thrash is out trying to stall it. KJ gets absolutely nothing. It's gonna be Austin on the flank trying to get as many as they can, uses the Leer, but it's gonna be Vin not really looking at anything, shoots behind him at the teleporter. The Demons, they won, and Marietta College is gonna lose this first map to Wayne State.
What we saw there was tragic. They had, what, like a 9-3 lead going into that. Clearly a bit of an attack-sided map, at least for this rank, based on what we saw there. A lot of win streaks on attack. And at the end there was a bit of a risky play by the Omen to play up there. They didn't have any smokes to retake because he died, and he didn't even damage the Raze when he peeked. And then Breach had to run away because they were getting double ulted on.
This is absolutely unfortunate. Now, going back to the screen here, we see Wayne State is 1, Marietta College is 2. Very close map there. Absolutely nothing to be ashamed of by Marietta College. I just wish they tightened it up a little bit and locked in a little bit more there, because we saw Marietta College had a lot of risky peaks, a lot of 1v1s being taken. We saw Nile turn it up and burn right at the start there, except it's a little bit too fired up. He kept peeking angles and kept getting himself killed, and now you can't use the best part of KJ, utility. So with that, we see too fired up now. He got a lot of kills, a lot of opening picks for Marietta College, but it just wasn't quite enough.
I think the most critical round in the whole series was the round where we saw Breach not use his Rolling Thunder on B site. The other thing is B site is a bit smaller than A site, so when you use that Rolling Thunder, you can catch a lot more site with it, so it's going to be even more useful. And on that round, they basically lost the next one because they didn't have guns.
Right there, I really want to see that breach ult as well, because again, as soon as you hit that spike tap, you know you're getting at least one guaranteed kill. Not only are they stunned, they're up in the air and can't aim. If you die while someone's breach ulted, it's basically just chop it up to luck. You weren't supposed to win anyways. So right there, again, just use the ult. We have it. We hold on to it for so long. We just needed to use it.
Yeah. A big thing with Breach is coordinating with your teammates. It's pretty hard to play off your own util because the stun takes a while to go off and you have to peek after the stun. The flash you can kind of use, but it's usually better to play with teammates on that. So I think what we need to see from Marietta coming out into this next map, which I believe is Haven, we're going to need to see a lot more util coordination. I think that's the big thing they were missing, especially on that last round where Omen was pushed up. He had his smokes, and when you're retaking, that basically means you can clear an entire part of sight because they won't be able to see you coming in when you're retaking.
And again, Breach died with full util. All he had to do was fault line. It recharges. All he had to do was fault line short there, tell Omen to swing to get info. Free low. Right there is free low there.
Another thing we saw that Marietta might want to take into account here is that every single round on attack, they 5-stacked onto a site and just rushed in and util dumped at the start. Now, when that happens, you have two choices. You can either try to hold site, and you can really only do that if you have at least 3 players, and they have to either get 1v1s and get free kills, or use their util to try and stall it, or you back up on site and retake as a team, and that's when you need util coordination. If you get a good retake, a breach stun here, an omen smoke there, it's going to make it a lot easier to win those rounds.
Definitely, well, I agree. So we'll be back whenever this next map is setting up. Thank you for tuning in to Marietta College Esports. We'll be right back after this short break.
What is up, everybody? We are back. You'll notice one of us is missing. We did a bit of a swap here, so OP Knees, aka Zach, he'll be playing now. And we have a Ninja here in the casting booth.
Hello, I was playing Gecko in the last round. Yeah, so that last round a little tough on the loss, but it's a best of 3, so we come back on Lotus and hope for the best. I mean, if we win this round, we go to Haven, I believe. I believe that's the 3rd map.
Actually, I think Haven was 2 and Lotus is 3.
Haven was 2, okay.
Lotus is we're going to be seeing on the 3rd map here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, they might already be starting up.
They...
Okay, well, so we are loaded into the game here, and we're seeing some agent pick. You guys can't see it yet, but we're already seeing an ISO pick from Austin. He was playing Reyna last time.
Austin on ISO. That is an interesting one. He usually plays Raze on this map, so the swap to ISO is a little surprising, but I have seen him on ISO a little bit. This is not a surprise. He is pretty good with the agent. Pelican going again with the Breach. Nilhill going with Jet. And McLovin going Cypher with OP Knees on Smokes here.
This is a bit of an interesting pick. So last time we saw quite a bit of a different comp coming from both teams. And this time it's actually pretty similar. The only difference that I can see is Breach and Gecko.
That is an interesting one. I will admit Gecko on this map is a good one. On their side, Gecko's going to be an interesting one. So, however it goes, Marietta is attacking first. So,
Here we are on OP Knees POV. So this was our caster that was just with us. So he subbed in, and we're gonna see him on Smokes here. We'll see how much impact he can have on this round.
yes, they're probably gonna default. If I had to admit.
This is very interesting. So what we saw last time, I was talking about this with Zach. We actually saw the other team 5-stack and just rush a site every time on attack. And now we're seeing this from our team. So Marietta trying to...
And here we go.
Threats.
And here we go. The round's out. Austin, Nilhill getting a quick pick onto their Jet. Austin with the double tap out. They're watching. Vulnerable out. They are getting onto site pretty quickly here. So they're waiting for Spike, which I believe is OP Knees. OP Knees Spike is down. Here we go. And they're going to go set up post plant.
That kill at the start was huge for them. They were able to just run onto site, and now it's a 4v5. It's going to be a lot harder for the defenders to retake this.
The Gecko on the other team is pretty much lit up along with Pelican. They are they heard Austin heard the Gecko. Austin heard the Gecko. It's going to be a little bit just a matter of time here. Austin vulnerable. That Omen with a nice little shot there on the tap. Oh, Austin cleaning up the mess there. And they do not have any time left. That is a win for Marietta on attack. It was a really great round. They got super aggressive. The first pick gave them all the momentum that they needed.
Now, what we saw there was the defenders, Wayne State, they did a hugely wide default. They did a 2-2-1, and in my opinion, A-site is pretty hard to retake because there's really only 2 entrances unless you flank. And seeing only one player pushed up all the way up on A, too, which is the interesting part, get picked off so early made A-site free for them.
And interesting that, yes, with one... It looks like they are moving over to C. This might be a... Let's see how this round plays out. Duelist first in. Austin with the Outlaw here. He's going to get checked by the cam. It's out. He barely catches the foot. But will be unable to complete. The spray coming through. And yep, they have called... Marietta has called a rotate. A very quiet rotate here. Nilhill on the Jet. The Omen... Austin getting one. Austin got one with the Outlaw. That is huge. Nilhill pushed in very deep into B site, going back. And now the plant comes in. And they're going to have to play more. Austin with a second. Oh my gosh. This is happening so fast that we can't keep up with this.
We're seeing the defenders, so they're going to try to work together with the Omen Smokes to try and retake site. What we need to see is attackers not getting singled out by these 3 players.
And the Cypher putting his cam up for until he gets fully paranoid there. Their Omen getting one. OP knees, that is now 1. Attackers. OP knees with the double. Pelican to clean up the mess.
That was a huge shutdown by OP knees there. When they were retaking, the defenders were a little bit nervous because they were looking at both sides when they were re-entering both sides of the site, and they just got pinched because they couldn't decide where to go.
That is a great word to use, pinch there. The minimap did show that. OP Pelican swung off of that. OP knees swung off that, excuse me. And Pelican was able to give all the utility that they needed.
Another
intel.
huge thing we saw was the outlaw. It's basically an operator if the opponents do not buy full shield.
120. Yep, 120. I think it's 125 to the body. Oh, spike down A. Their spike getting dropped really quickly here with the Guardian shot to Marietta down 2. And Pelican is lit up. Nickeloven with the spike backing out. They have called the rotate here. Here's the question though, will the enemies be able to read it in time?
This is kind of interesting. Cypher's lurking up. He might get caught out here.
He almost does.
Fortunately, a miss there.
Pelican unable to cash in here. He does get noted by 2. Their ISO has come back. And that's a flank off. McLovin. Whoa.
That was very unfortunate for them. They were right behind each other, so it was a free double kill for ISO.
And now Austin has to do a little bit of heavy lifting here, and I think they've just made the call for Austin to save. Basically going to save the gun, keep their economy up. Because that is the big thing in this game, is keeping your economy up.
Yeah, in these, I guess you would call them hero shooters or tactical shooters, having your economy up is basically just going to give you a free advantage over the other team because you'll have better guns.
Yep, Austin has to pull, Austin has to move up, gonna grab a Bulldog, and he's not... I thought the ISO was gonna get him there. Interesting that the Jet peaked. They were probably gonna play refrag there.
Yeah. It is kind of weird. I thought Austin was gonna save there. I guess he opted that just keeping the outlaw wasn't really worth it. You might as well just go for a kill.
Yeah.
What we saw at the start of the round, though, was an early death from the Omen, and since he had smokes, it makes it very hard to get onto site because you're not able to block angles.
Yes, smoking in this game is a huge part of it. Almost every site here. Jet with the jump peek. Gonna note nobody. Or maybe noted somebody here. As Marietta is not exactly being quiet. That Jet is very lucky. Almost got caught out. Nil Hill checking the 2. Getting hit by the Dizzy Flash here. Split spraying. Bodies dropping. Pelican with the first. And OP knees going down. Spike down. And now they're playing for post plant. An interesting position by Pelican here. Underneath with what is called Hell. Heaven is up on top. As that concuss got all of them. Oh no. No! You gotta check, Heaven. You're gonna get 2. McLovin in a terrible position right now. As it's just Jet. Jet's gonna get checked. But not McLovin. Yep.
What we saw, there was a very well-recorded retake. So what happened there, I think McLovin was supposed to be watching Heaven, or at least he was, and then Omen smoked him off, so nobody was watching Heaven, and then Omen got pinched and he died, and then after that it all fell apart.
Yep, the domino effect, as it is called sometimes, there.
What we're hoping to see here is maybe a bit more proactiveness by Marietta. They're holding on to site, but they're not really contesting any angles. They kind of just let them push up, and then they explode on the site, and it's very hard to deal with that.
There, I've also seen a little bit of what happened last round. They've been starting to use their util a little bit more, and I believe it's McLovin with the spike here. Omen smoke mid. Oh, that Omen. That Omen. You got it. Very lucky there. He shoots the Cypher Cam, and that's all that the other main team is going to need to know. Their Jet's getting in really quickly here. Blind out. OP Knees fully blind, as he's going to note a few. An unfortunate pinch there. It's just... it notes one. Nice kill on that. Their ISO is very much lit up, and he's going to be noted here by Austin, who has his ult. ISO's ult is practically forces a 1v1, and they both get, oh, here we go, 1v1 here. Ability suppressed, 150 health. Austin is going to lose the duel, but I think that's all the time they needed. What a very smart ult.
Good play from him there. Initially, I was worried because I saw Cypher solo peek the ISO, and since they were both low, I was actually worried that they just gave up the round because ISO was running back. I didn't realize they had his ult, and that just secured them the round because the spike got so low.
That was a very smart ult on the part of Austin here. Yes, that ult is a very easy one to play in, but it also wastes the most time. I was actually very surprised to not see in the Marietta comp anywhere. I figured McLovin would go Killjoy here. But Nilhill popping the knives here. This is where it gets interesting. These knives have perfect accuracy no matter what. The Mosh out. Gonna note a few. OP Knees has ult. Along with McLovin. McLovin's ult is what we call Neural Theft. He needs a corpse to do it, which is why he says, give me a corpse. And it's going to reveal all the enemy positions to give them a nice little look here.
Now, are we going to see the same organized retake that we saw last time? We'll see if Marietta is able to deal with this better than they did before.
Noraxi here. Yep. Like you said, Noraxi here. Gonna teleport into boat. Gonna be noted by McLovin. Very quick reaction time here. Oh, OP Knees. You gotta... No. He's gonna be noted. OP Knees is unfortunately dead, but he will be noted. ISO will note him. Oh, this Cypher. Oh, this Cypher play. This Cypher play. He is ready for it. Nilhill holding strong. And there, what a shot there. Like I said, perfect accuracy no matter what they do. And that's a win for Marietta.
Clean way to end the round there. I think one of the big things we saw was OP Knees getting that kill in sewers that forced Gecko to go back and play with the rest of his team instead of being able to play with Jet there. I feel like if they were both there, they could have held the site a little bit better.
Exactly. First kill momentum is a huge thing in this game. As it looks like an interesting here, almost, I believe it's a 2. They're moving over to B site with Spike on OP Knees, as OP Knees has ult. He can teleport around, as you saw, with the enemy Omen here. The Cypher setup. Oh, Austin's gonna hear the cage, and he's gonna be noted. It's gonna force them to back off here.
You're seeing a lot of rotates coming through.
Yep. Smoke's coming through from the enemy Omen here. This is very interesting. He's gonna take the orb. You can collect your ult either through those orbs or through kills, as you can tell.
Now we'll see Jet coming up on the lurk as well.
Pelican with the trade there from OP Knees. OP Knees lit him up.
Versus Jet incoming. We're about to see that on the minimap.
Oh, the Jet.
The Wayne State Jet. He is coming around. Meanwhile, on B site, we are seeing the plant go down.
Austin with the plant here, getting another ult orb.
The Jet lurk came through and he got that kill.
Oh, McLovin with the trigger discipline. No, he's got all 3. He's gonna note all 3. 2, 1, 2. Oh, that was a sweet play from McLovin there. Very smart. Pelican's gonna note. That's all he needed. Oh, McLovin. Oh,
that was unfortunate. McLovin could have went huge there. He got 2 kills, which stabilized the round after Jet got that lurk on window.
That was a very smart lurk from him. I was as you could tell, I was doing this because I was like, if you whiff this, man. That's interesting. He had 3 noted Omen. He noted their Omen. He noted their Cypher. He noted their ISO. That was very smart trigger discipline from there. In that situation, I probably would have just fired away. I'm not gonna lie. The only problem I would have had with that was that he dry peeked that. He had a little bit of util, but I think he saved the util simply because the Cypher cage on his Q would make noise, as you can hear in the last round, which is how Austin was able to note the enemy. A very aggressive jump peek here from the Jet. Jump peeks are high risk, high reward. Smokes out on B. They might get noted B. The shots do come through, because it's just spam. And Gecko is moving over to B here. A pretty slow round.
It's pretty contrasting to the earlier rounds we saw. We saw it started off pretty fast. Remember the first round, they just basically sprint on the A site, and now we're seeing a much more controlled style of play from Marietta.
Yes. If that is unfortunate here, if that is all the Cypher needs, he has all. Other team with 3 ults, Jets, Knives, the Gecko, Thrash, and this Cypher Nero Theft, as they're going to be absolutely noted. And McLovin's going to have to do some heavy lifting here, as that's going to go. Oh, a nice hit there. He's going to pick up the Vandal. The Omen. The Omen knows. He just knows. It's been possible, but it's been done. He's going to get 1.
Ultimate is ready. 10 seconds left.
Lighting the Jet up here. The Cypher has to respect the aim here. And he's got no choice. The Cypher. Yep. McLovin had to save there, and the Cypher is going to tag him with his camera to try and take out the Econ there, but he won't. And McLovin is going to give up that Vandal.
What we saw was a big play from the Wayne State College Cypher there. He got 2 kills in Garage, and then he pinched to get the 3rd kill in while they're pushing out of Garage with Omen. Omen's timing coming out into Garage to peek with his teammate was also really good there.
That was a very smart play, very great play there. And they are basically fully stacked A here with Spike in the hands of Omen here. And he goes off that angle, getting the first pick here. Like I said, first pick momentum fully flashed there. And the Neural Theft coming in from Marietta here. A very quick ult. And OPNEs is they're gonna get a free plant as they are forced to, as the enemy team is forced to respect the Neural Theft there. A very stark contrast from the last round. I felt like they were a little more poised, but it's not over yet here.
What we're seeing is a lot more aggressive play on A, and I think it's working in Marietta's favor. They would combo their util really well with that flash and jet dash that caught out the Gecko.
Yes. Cypher on Hell right now, checking camera, watching Heaven. Omen just holding. I believe the call has been made on the enemy team side to save. Here's going to be the big one. Yep. The Cypher is noting it. Noting the flank. Cypher knows that they're going to have to come out. It's only a matter of how many can he get, as he's going to get 1. And that is quickly put down by OPNEs. Not a big hit. Not a big hit to the Econ, but still. That is a huge pick, as Nil Hill will be unable to keep 4,200 this round. Down to 500. Still able to have a Vandal here thanks to the other enemies, as you can buy for your teammates in this game.
Marietta definitely has a stronger economy right now, partially thanks to that kill, and mostly thanks to that round. That win and spike explosion, it got them a lot of credits.
And as they say, as if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just run it back here? And it's going to be a timing on the enemy jet, and they're going to trade. Pelican trading, Dizzy out, going to note nobody. And OPNE's making his way slowly up sewers. Gecko watching that with Omen. Refragging is a huge part. Omen is gonna get the timing on Austin. And McLovin is forced to back off and respect the Omen here. And OPMe's kind of stranded right now in sewers. Pelican coming back to help though. Smokes out on A. And that is a huge ult from Cypher
Spike planted.
that will note everybody. They're forced to back off and not be able to get in position for post plant, which is going to be huge, a huge factor. An interesting setup from McLovin here. As I believe the enemy opponent, yep, here comes Thrash. If they get detained, they have noted a trip. Pelican on the ult here. Gonna note 3. Unfortunate flash there, as they will tap, fake defuse. Unfortunate round here. As they were not able to stall them enough.
If we saw some quicker flicks on the aim at the end there, it actually could have been pretty close. Omen was already low, so all they had to do was get body shots on a spray transfer, and then it would have been a 1v1.
Yes, that is a pretty even match here. An even match here between both teams, 5-5, constantly trading rounds. I believe the lead has changed 4 times at this point, which is a stark contrast from the other game where the lead changed only twice.
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a bit more of a nail-biter. Last game, it all came down to the end, and it was super close. This game looks like it's going to be close throughout the entire time.
This is love to see it. This is why I love this game, and I play this game. Well, most of that and because it's like Counter-Strike. But anyway, Pelican with the quick kill, calms out. A nice shot there from Nilhill on the knives. Now it's a 2-round. Like I said, first kill momentum, and I believe the call has been made. If I am not mistaken, I don't think the enemy Jet is going to use the ult here. McLovin in a very aggressive position. Let's hope this does not come to bite him in his behind here, as he can get the timing on the Jet. The timing noted. He's gonna get him. Oh, Austin, not like this. Not like this, Austin. Yep, Austin with that, the vulnerable. Vulnerable meaning he has no shields. The enemy Gecko doesn't have any shields anyway. And they're just gonna run off site here. Gecko called for the save. Gun has been saved. However, that is it. Oh, Nilhill. Unable. That would have been huge, as they have at least one weapon here. As you can see from the other team.
If they lose this, though, they will probably be broken and have to save next round. Another huge thing we saw, that round, everybody did well on Marietta. We saw the Jet, nice headshot on site. The people in Garage got the kill without losing anybody. And then Cypher was lurking up on B and got a free kill on somebody that was rotating.
Exactly here. That was a huge, like I keep saying, first kill momentum here. As you can see, very quiet. Everybody is holding that shift key for default. Walk button. Omen is the only one on site. May have called it. It's going to be a timing here, and Nilhill's going to win. And here we go. OP knees on the flank here. Very quick. He's going to note the Jet there. Unfortunate flick. Very unfortunate. Their enemy Jet is lit up. Dizzy is going to note McLovin here. But they have a pretty comfortable position. Austin coming in. Oh no. Okay, a huge ult there from Cypher. As it's pretty much... Oh, Nilhill. Nilhill knows. Nilhill knows. And it's going to be on the enemy Jet and Gecko. Too much heavy lifting. The knives have been spent. Fully flashed here. And it's just going to break their backs here. As that is a huge win.
Switching sides.
With the swap to defenders.
I think the big thing we saw during that round was the Gecko and Jet coming up on that lurk. Now what happened was OP Knees got killed by the Jet. You remember that. But the thing is, he delayed them, and then Cypher put down his cage and blocked them, and that delayed them too. And then, since they weren't lurking up yet, the rest of the team just got killed.
Yes, line of sight, a huge thing in this game. Austin spending his money on a shorty, as we see a very classic comp here. A very interesting comp on the other team with 2 frenzies, a sheriff and 2 ghosts. Let's see how this round plays out. Dizzy out on main here. The Jet first to entry being the duelist. He's gonna reclaim his Dizzy. 10 seconds to use it again here. Nilhill will be spotted here, and it's just gonna be a matter of the aim duel here. They have called the rotate. They know they are there. Fault line out. Gonna get a few. Gonna stun a few. He's gonna get noted. Nilhill having to spend that dash early. Wingman down. Spike down on site. As someone who plays Gecko, I do understand this is going to make the round a little tough for the other team, as they have the Spike in a bad position. It was a bad play by the enemy Gecko to send it like that without first having all the proper util. Oh, it's just going to be an aim duel. It's just going to be an aim duel. McLovin checks, and he will get dropped by the Cypher. Unfortunate here. Cypher and ISO still at full health. Austin getting the omen on the very, very tilting shorting kill there, as the fault line going in. Oh, Austin. Oh, this would be really sweet. Sweet. ISO. It's all on the enemy ISO here. It's going to be too much heavy lifting. That was not a smart move from there. Nilhill. Oh, Nilhill. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. Nilhill with the final pick. A very aggressive position. That is high risk, high reward. But that was another huge round for Marietta.
What we saw was Nilhill is actually coming in clutch here. Last time we saw him on KJ, and this time we're seeing him on a duelist, and we can see his aim is nice and warmed up. Double headshot on the ghost in that round.
Yes, the duel. I feel like this is gonna sound a little weird, but I feel like he's found his place a little bit here on duelist, as we can see that he's gotten a little more confident, a little more poised. And the enemy team lined up to take garage control. McLovin and Austin watching 2 angles. That Dizzy gonna make a lot of noise here, and the call's gonna be called in. McLovin with a huge first kill. ISO spending util to go in. Austin getting checked after getting 1 trade out. Trapwire gonna go down, and he's just gonna get another one, and it's all on the enemy's Gecko, and it's just too much. Again, a huge retake, huge poise, huge strength shown by Marietta.
What we saw there was that the enemy team, the attacking team, trying to push in as a group. They all have pistols, so it's better to play numbers and try and get at least a couple kills. Unfortunately, when they're pushing out a C site, they pushed into a bunch of long-range weapons like Marshalls, and they just got picked off.
Yes, the aim duels there being won. That was a huge play there by OP Knees and Austin. Going with a 2-1-2 here on the side of Marietta, or the CTs, and the attacking team pretty much on a 4-spy, which is where they have to buy heavies, vandals, phantoms, whatever they can get their hands on. If they lose this round, their economy will be in shambles. The T side here, meaning attackers. Nilhill gonna mark the Jet for 120. Updraft, trying to updraft into heaven. Unfortunately, unable to. Here we go. Are they gonna still commit? No. The call's been made to back off. Austin, though, on the flank with a Bucky. Oh, this would be sweet. This would be really sweet. Austin with 1. Austin with 2 through the blind. The Bucky, not really a gun you see a lot of play with, but it's still effective as any over if you can get close enough. And the enemy team and Marietta here able to get on the B site. They're moving away. Attackers T-sided here. Gonna put one down at B, and I believe the call's gonna be made to go back to B. Interesting play here. No. Frenzy is going to note that trip. McLovin's trip picking up 1. Frenzy is in a position. He notes one. He notes one. And it's all just timing now. Fully blind. Unable to do anything. Pelican on one. Pelican is nice and... That was just an unfortunate duel. OP knees. His aim is nice and warmed up here. And it's just gonna be a plant here. I mean, a defuse. I am sorry. This round is so exciting. I'm mixing up my vocabulary right now.
What we saw was a bit of hesitating from Wayne State. They did their classic strategy where they all 5-stack and they wait until there's like a minute left in the round.
And an interesting call here. This is how you know momentum is shifting in Marietta's favor. A timeout has been called on the from the attackers here. What we have seen, the stark contrast from game 1 to game 2. I feel like they're a little more poised, as I keep saying. They're executing well. What do you think?
Well, here's what I can say for sure. We saw the last half, it was 5-5. We're talking about how it's going back and forth, and now it's 5-10.
5-10.
What happened? We got the momentum on defense. I think what we're seeing is the attackers don't take much space. They all kind of group up and they just full rush a site. A big thing, the telling thing that I saw was in one of the first rounds of this half, they tried to run in on A site. They took too long. Marietta came in, got all their defense onto A site, and then the attackers still tried to execute, but they're pushing to 5 people, so they lost.
Yep, the util in that first round, as you mentioned, with the slow, the smoke serve a dual purpose as to also stall, along with, as I play Gecko, the Molly. I play Gecko and Brimstone. They have mollies that the opponent is expected to respect, excuse me, as they can both kill no matter what your health is. And they're going a full C rush here, and that's going to be noted by Austin and McLovin here. Austin 1 to ult, and Legacy Knight on the other team. Legacy Knight being the ISO, picking up the orb. And I believe, yep, the call has been made to rotate. Nil Hill on a very aggressive flank. McLovin with the first pick. Momentum in their favor. 2. He's going to get 3. He's going to get a flawless here from Marietta. 3 from McLovin, 1 from OP Knees, and 1 from Austin to get 2 ults. 2 very huge ults here. That was a very nice flawless and a bit of a backbreaker for the attacking team, as their economy is in shambles. As you can see, they're just trying to buy up as much as they can.
What we saw on C there was Jet just dashed in. It seemed like they were just going to full rush onto site all together. The dash came out, but then nobody else followed up, and then they got caught in long, and they got surrounded, and that was it for them.
Exactly. That was a good play. Marietta was caught off guard originally, and yep, they're just going to run B here. And I believe they are trying to look double tap out, giving him an extra shield. McLovin with the first pick, gonna note everybody with the ult. Now, the thing about this ult is that it shows the last position, which means if you move, then it's not gonna be, oh, we missed it. Austin winning his ult there with that little sound cue showing, and it's just gonna be too much for Legacy Knight. Marietta takes match point.
That was huge from McLovin. You saw the aim. You saw the headshots. He got 4 kills. He single-handedly won that round. You saw them push onto B site super aggressively. They had sight, and McLovin came in and just break them all up.
Exactly, as the announcer said, match point here for Marietta. But off of that, the ult from McLovin as well. The ult from Austin winning his duel was huge. I did not get to see the kill feed. Do you remember who we got?
I didn't see, but it certainly took 1 away from them pushing the defenders off the site.
Yes, as this is a very CT site. This is a very CT-sided map. As you can see with C, I'm surprised with the economy the way it is for Marietta. At least 1 did not buy an operator here. The dominant sniper rifle and op. It's still that. Thrash out. Going to try to get as much information as he can. Hopping around. Nil Hill. And they're just going to run in. A scatter Omen ult here into sewers. Pelican got caught out here. The Omen with a very kind of disrespectful play there with the Odin. The spike has been down. Spike has been down. ISO And it's just going to be as much. And unfortunately, OP knees, that would have been sweet. But the other team's Omen was able to note and just waited there. A very smart play and unfortunate timing.
Yeah, they were able to work together there. The ISO probably called, hey, I got my ult. Just wait for him to either win and
Or lose. It's a win-win either way.
Yeah, either he wins and they just win there, or he loses and then he can get the kill when he comes out of the ult.
Exactly. Valorant timing. There's a joke in the community saying that this game is a horror game because of timing. Timing can play a huge role in your peaking. And it's just going to be 1-0. Getting the first, getting one, getting two, as Cypher was caught, putting his util out here. They're going to be forced to respect that, and they're still going to go for it. I respect the commitment to the plan. You stick to the plan. I think the call has been made to back off as the paranoia has come out. Very aggressive. McLovin with one. McLovin unable to get the other one. Did not dink the Omen. The Omen has been dinked, and that's it. Pelican with the final game. 13-6. Marietta takes the second win here.
Now, get excited, guys. We are going to game 3. In this best of 3, it's coming down to the wire. Marietta having a bit of advantage on momentum. They are up. They went up 6-13 in that game compared to last game. Wayne State University had a much closer win. And another thing we saw at that last round there was the enemy team, Wayne State, they sort of backed up after Nihil got that kill at the start. They backed up, and then Cypher was jumping out in the open with his util up, and he got taken out while he was doing that. And I think that's really what brought the round into favor for Marietta.
The 9, yes, the 2 picks from Nihil. And dashing out, he had the dash queued up just in case things went to heck there. He got 2. The Cypher unable to use his cameras, as that camera would have also noted their Omen, Marietta's Omen. That would have shaken up the momentum of the round a little bit. But Marietta here showing more poise, showing more aggression, showing more initiative almost. They felt more at home. And I think that's going to play a huge role into map 3 here. 1-1. It is very hard to win twice here, but it's anyone's game right now.
What's interesting to me is if we're going to see different picks coming from the different players. We saw KJ to Jet, for example, and I think that could have been huge for them because we saw KJ in the heel. He came out and he top fragged in the first game, so we're like, hey, we'll switch it up, put him on Duelist, get that aim out in the open, get it involved, have him on a role that can make better use of that.
As we both said in the beginning, the comp of Marietta was a little bit weird, unusual for the map that they picked, but now that the round's over, we can't really argue. 13-6 Marietta getting the second game here after losing 13-11 in the first match.
They're really pulling out a statement. We saw last time, Wayne State, they came back. They were down after the first half by quite a lot. They came back and they won it. And here we saw a different but almost similar story. At the start, it was 5-5. They're switching up. They're
constantly going back and forth. Lead change 5 times in the first round, and then Marietta just took it.
Yeah.
First frag momentum is huge in this game.
We'll hope to see another outcome like that, or just a straight up 13-0, of course.
You always gotta hope for the best.
Yeah, we made it to
but hey,
game 3 here. So
I mean, I'm good if it comes to another nail biter. I mean, we have yet to see an overtime. The first game could have gone to overtime. That would have been sweet. I know the viewers would like to see that, as many viewers as we have here right now. That would be exciting. We're here for a quick game. We're here for a long game. That last one was a nail biter though, until about round 10 when Marietta ran away with it.
Yeah. So another thing I want to talk about, what I've been noticing is that Wayne State, every time on attack, they'll either full stack 5 or it'll be like a 4-1, and they'll just kind of either all rush onto site together very early on to the round, or they'll 5 stack and they'll just kind of wait all together. They don't really take any space on attack, except for where they plan to go. And we saw that bite them earlier in one of these rounds. Marietta was able to lurk up on defense and take a bunch of space, and then when they came back, because they didn't get their hit on A side didn't work, Wayne State couldn't go back. They got pushed back by Marietta again, and the more time that comes off the clock, the less time you have to plan.
Clock pressure is a huge thing. The one round where the enemy Gecko put the spike in a bad position, falling Wayne State's Gecko, falling onto a site in a bad position. You could see the spike from Heaven. You could see the spike from Sewer. That was a bad call, unfortunate call. They made the most of that round. And the lurks from both Nilhill and McLovin, huge. Absolutely huge. McLovin's trigger discipline, absolutely huge on that round where he got the 2.
Yeah, and at OP Knees, we saw him sub in. He's fresh. He didn't even have a warm-up. And he came in and he did pretty dang good on that Omen.
Yes. OPNE's usually playing an initiator. This time he played controller. This time he played Omen. OPNE's on top of the duelist here. That was Austin playing ISO. Ice was a little surprised in the beginning to see him on the ISO and not Raze, as the enemy team did group up a lot. I figured Marietta would note that after the last game, as the enemy team still grouped up. Raze, although I will admit, I do kind of see why. The wall of ISO has a little bit more use in the longer angles of A long, C long. It can cut off C garage as well.
Yeah. So let's talk about the next map. We're going over to Lotus. I'm a boomer of the Valorant scene. I do not know the meta whatsoever. Back when I played it, Gecko was the meta on Lotus.
Exactly. Gecko is still a little bit of the meta here. And I play Gecko, as I keep saying, they're going to be probably playing a lot of default, as I believe Marietta has attack. I do not remember.
They are actually playing defense. They went attack, defense. So this will be interesting.
This is going to be an interesting one. And we will be right back with the third map. We're back here with map 3 as we are waiting for them to get into this Lotus. Again, Ace 3 sites. There is a part of Lotus on B site specifically. It is a bit of a disc. It looks like almost like a pyramid shape. It's called the Pit of Doom because you're not supposed to plant there. If you plant there, you pretty much throw the round, as that's just util dome at that point. The peaks on the easiest orbs to get here being the one out of C. And it's going to be interesting to see which team, especially with Marietta, we do not know their comp yet. It is going to be interesting to see which, and we are in here, and we are going defenders here on Lotus.
Another interesting thing we'll see on Lotus is the doors. Every time you try and pinch on Lotus, you're gonna have to open a door. It's gonna make a sound. So if you're trying to take C long, I forget what it's called. I think it's called Dune.
C door.
If you want to pinch
It's mostly
around
called
there,
door.
you have to open it, and it's gonna make a lot of noise. And you have to walk out and reveal yourself to B side too.
A double duelist, and Marietta here hovering over a double duelist comp here. Awesome, Luckin and ISO. Let's talk about this. Double duelist again. Double duelist, one controller on each, one initiator on each, and a sentinel. Pretty much the same comp, just different characters. Double duelist is an interesting go here, I will admit. Clove, the new agent that released, is a better pick on this map than Omen. But we'll see how this goes, I believe.
I'm guessing what we're seeing here is a comfort pick from OP Knees. He knows Omen, he played it last time, and he did pretty well, so I think we actually could see him perform well even if he isn't using the best agent.
Exactly. Clove being the new one here, I'm very surprised that we have not seen Clove being run here, as
We'll see those nice animations on the skins here.
Exactly.
Gotta love that in Valorant. They're definitely worth the money.
the butterfly knife here on McLovin, having a little bit of fun, as that is a huge part of this game too. Your mental is a huge part. You have to keep your mental up. Your Nil Hill on the Raze, away from the Jet. Raze a huge part of this map, and he's just gonna note root here. Fault line going in. And that's a very quick and aggressive push here that is going to have to be respected. Pelican grabbing the orb. As I said, you can grab orbs, you can get frags here, or kills, to build up your ult here.
What we saw at the start there, Wayne State on attack, they waited. Maybe they were aware of the Breach Raze combo on that utility at the start.
I'm surprised. Oh, here we go. Austin wanted to break door. Austin, a big part of a Valorant's player play toolbox, a Valorant player's toolbox is called intuition. Austin gonna get noted by the Gecko here. Unfortunate timing, as usually the play here is to get one. Nil Hill getting one, Austin getting one. He's gonna note another one, spike down on site. A sloppy play from the Gecko, like we saw in the last time. And I don't know about you, but I'm getting flashes back to the first round here, as it's just gonna come down to the Gecko on the enemy team. Gonna have to do a lot of heavy lifting
30 seconds left.
here, and it might just be the backbreaker. Again, Austin watching. Austin very low. 3 Marietta players have been dinked. 15 seconds here. Oh, he's gonna know. Austin with the timing. Great shot to end the round here first. Marietta takes the first with momentum as well.
Austin on door there actually came in huge. What happened, they were trying to get into C tree through the door. Austin got a kill on one of them, and then one of them was just pushing tree on their own, and they got ran over by the rest of the team.
And now Marietta is going to go with what we call a buy up round, or it's a full buy round. This one is a light buy round, simply because, well, they don't have all heavies. This is to push your gun advantage. This is to push your gun advantage as much as you can. And if they win this round, they're going to go into what is called a bonus where they don't buy. Here. Opini is the only one on B here, as they're going to quickly push in. Going to be interesting to see where.
There's my buddy.
He didn't have wingman. He didn't have enough money to buy wingman, like we keep saying.
Spike planted.
Your util costs money. Your util costs money. OP needs the smoke, unable to note the raise. That would have been a huge pick. OP needs playing with Pelican here. There's the Rose combo. Raise behind. Raise gonna get 2. They did not check Nilhill, McLovin, and Nilhill. Only down to KJ here. Lit up, and McLovin is just gonna swap. That's gonna be a defuse and a frag here from Nilhill. Popping up quickly off the spike to get the kill.
I wasn't able to see, but Nihil lived barely. He actually got shot once. I'm not sure if he could have got the defuse off if he had a little bit less HP there.
6 HP. It is still HP. 1 HP is all you need in Valorant to win these rounds. As you can see here, going only people buying up are the duelist. Austin here. Nilhill with the judge. a gun that is very annoying to play against.
We'll see
But-
if Omkun gets another crazy little rat type play. He's been hiding in these corners and getting free kills.
Exactly. Raze though with the 2 blast packs. He has no shields, 2 blast packs, and a boom bot. The blast packs able to give Raze mobility, able to give him, and that's gonna be Austin. They're gonna probably try to rotate this. Austin gonna get noted and down. And I don't know what they're doing here. They're gonna rotate this. An interesting call here. They're gonna go all the way to A. Nobody's gonna be there. Nilhill and OPN's backing off. Nilhill gonna peek. The smoke's gonna block as much line of sight as it can. Oh, Nilhill. Oh, please. Oh. Nilhill behind them. He's gonna note 1. He's gonna be able to see 1. The minimap, a huge factor in this game as well. He's not even looking. They're gonna get caught looking. And the Sentinel doing their job of lurking. Pelican has a lot of heavy lifting to do here. On 17 HP. It's probably just gonna be a pinch here, an unfortunate result. But a good bonus round, considering that they took 1 out. That is going to make their Raze able to buy. And then you can see her, Marietta buying up again. Nilhill with light, though. Austin debating whether he should probably buy or save here. 4,200, the magic number, and he's going to buy a Bucky and light. Again, another shotgun here coming out.
A big thing we saw there was Nikhil, he didn't even get the timing. He could have gotten at least 2 kills there, and then he also got picked off by the KJ at the end who had a timing on him. So
I was very waiting for him to swing that and get 3. That would have been a huge play. The unfortunate part being that it was not to be here. And that's gonna be quick. Then with a quick headshot, Legacy Knight taking out OPNs here and double tap in. Oh, McLovin with the timing. Then gonna detain on unfortunate detain. McLovin just trying to hop out of the way. Stay alive, man. Pelican getting 1. Nilhill getting the 2nd, and it's all over. Marietta taking round 4, making it 3-1. An interesting decision here that Pelican did not ask for the spike to be diffused after half, as it would have given him another point here, but all's well that ends well. Marietta still wins the round.
Those ult points are pretty useful, especially if it's an impactful ult you want to see that is used. But that was a good retake by them, and they actually defended the person who got Gecko ulted, which basically, I mean, it made it, then got a free kill because the dude wanted to peek to kill him.
Yes, here we go. Nilhill showing off a little bit of the Kiro Nami kunais here. The inspect animation swinging, the Chrono Void Vandal as well. Speaking of ults, how about Marietta there? Neural Theft, and it's you and me, the 1v1 Forcer. I don't remember what it's actually called. I just call it the 1v1 Forcer because that's basically what it is here. They're playing very slow in their spawn. KJ turret going out C. Good util there. It's going to stop any flank. Austin here with McLovin. They're just going to hold. Pelican getting down. Nilhill trading off of Pelican here. And Marietta quickly rotating here. The 2 ults. Unfortunately, where the kill is, it's going to be very dangerous for Marietta Cypher to go for it. And OP knees with his intuition, maybe knowing a little bit here. He's gonna jiggle peek, gonna get one, and that's just gonna be a no. That means that attackers have to either commit to the site or back off, and they're just gonna commit here. McLovin on the unfortunate timing, getting traded out there, and it's just down to Austin. Austin is down.
What a clutch from Austin at the end of that round. He peeked off his teammate and they got the kill there. They played the numbers and they got the win.
Trading frags is a huge thing in this game. As you can see there, the Chrono Void Orb throwing up there with the finisher, saving all. What a headshot too on the run. Great spray control.
He was really low too. If he didn't hit that shot, he might have died.
And it's round 6, and that's the first timeout coming from the attackers. That's a sign that momentum is starting to shift, as we said before. Can we go back to that shot by Austin for a second, though? He is one of the more technically sound players on Marietta, in my opinion. McLovin coming in a close second, OPN's on a third, and Nilhill just has raw aim, a good intuition as well. I'd say we have a very, I wouldn't say talented, Marietta doesn't have a very talented roster. They have potential.
Okay, let's not badmouth anybody on the team here. They're putting up a great performance.
Exactly.
4-1?
4-1 at this point.
Making use of our momentum that we got from last game.
Yes, the potential of Marietta here, very staggering. Very staggering.
What we'll notice here is that Raze is on top for the opponent's team, Wayne State, and we saw 2 of the kills earlier in the round were from playing in corners and Marietta not checking, so we'll see if they do that a little bit more to try and capitalize on it.
Yep, checking corners, a huge thing that you have to do. You have to keep your corners checked.
And we'll see if we'll we'll see if there's going to be another 5-stack rush into a rotate like they've been doing for the past couple rounds on attacking side.
Austin here with the ult, no shields. Scratch that, Austin does have heavy shields here at the check. Dizzy in, gonna get noted. Gonna get noted by 1. Austin with the nice kill, he's vulnerable. And that's going to give OP knees enough time. Unfortunate on the swarm. OP knees, though. OP knees. McLovin. OP knees. McLovin, though. Nice kill on the refrag. And that's going to force Wayne State to back off.
Austin and McLovin did a really good job of pulling down that site with the Cypher utility. They worked off of each other. They drew a little bit of pressure from them, and they were able to capitalize on it and get 2 kills.
The swarm grenade going out, gonna keep McLovin thinking they're there. And OP knees and Nilhill hearing the footsteps. OP knees also hearing the footsteps here. The Raze all going, he's got the spike down. A nice shot there. Oh, the paranoia, huge. Oh, check your corners. Nilhill, check your corners. He was there. He was there. Gonna swap to the Phantom. Not enough time to reload. A nice timing there. And he's not gonna show the finisher.
Good close from Nihil though. He got 3 kills in that round. It won the round. And the Omen on Wayne State, he actually had a pretty good attempt there. He TP'd, I think, or he just walked out of the smoke.
He TP'd from, I believe it is. He TP'd from main. He TP'd from main to behind to the right of Nilhill here. OP knees TP'd on top of boxes to the right of Nilhill. A good play. Good thinking there.
And another interesting thing, we're going to see there's 4 ults for each team online. Maybe we're going to see a lot of ults used this round.
Gecko on 3 of 7 ult orbs. Dizzy's going to note 1 here. And it's going to be used. Showstopper spent. Going to get 1. Nilhill able to get 1. The Gecko lit up. A quick trade coming in there. Their ISO ult is down. They still have KJ ult though. They have to. All the Austin coming in with the ult here. Austin can he win the duel? Has to win it. Yes, he does. Austin on a very heartbreaking duel. Oh, and they're just gonna go find Austin here. My heart stopped for a second. On that reload, I thought Austin was going to get down there. An interesting play here. KJ with a Phantom just holding. He's gonna get seen by OPNees and killed quickly.
Last player standing.
OPNees knows where this raise is. The spike is down in B. And he has to do something very quickly here. Covers out a very interesting spot. Oh, the teleport.
My God, what a dodge! What a shot! What
He still has time.
What a play from Zach! He dodged with the TP, completely bamboozled the raise.
A quick thinking, quick intuition there. Do very big things in the Valorant Plus. As you can hear from. Well, you can't hear, but they're getting a little hyped out there. Honestly.
Zach, he is known for it in their esports room, getting hype, especially a play like that. We're looking at 6-1. They just got a crazy outplay on the enemy raise, who also used an ult. So, I mean, the favor is looking
showstopper
right now.
Wasted showstopper, a huge ult. McLovin's still going to do the same Cypher setup on C, and Wayne State is shifted over to C. We'll see how this one plays out. They do need to, I need to remind you, they have a lockdown here, which is basically a get onto site free card. Will it be spent? Wayne State Gecko picking up the orb here. Raise. McLovin will not be noted. And the Thrash is going to come in. McLovin going to get one. The Thrash not going to get anybody, but that's all they util they needed. Oh, OPNees with a huge flank. Noted, though, by Legacy Knight. Plant's going to go down here. Only ult that they have is a breach ult here. It's going to be a really interesting retake. And we're going to see it. We're going to see the Rolling Thunder. Rolling Thunder out with the let's go, as he calmly says. You have to check your corners there. That is just corner timing. Oh, it's still possible.
Could be huge.
It's still possible.
That was huge for the team.
He's going to get one. It's still possible. Oh
my God, the ISO utility there. The double tap shield actually saved him from dying there, I'm pretty sure.
Exactly. The double tap shield, a huge thing. Nil getting 3.
He almost hit a 1v4 in that situation. Could
exactly.
Have been huge.
We would have heard the clutch, but the unfortunate part is that means that Marietta has to go on a save round here. But on the flip side, he gets 3 ult points, 5 out of 8 here. McLovin, 1 to ult. Pelican using his ult last round, 1 of 9. The closest to ult being McLovin. All he needs is 1 pick here. McLovin. Oh, he's playing very aggressively here. The turret is not going to note him. Turret's going to note him now. And unfortunate, meaning that all that Cypher setup is down. Was a very interesting play from McLovin. I don't know why he would play up that far on defenders. But I'm not sitting in the chair.
What we could have seen there was a double kill. If he hit those sheriff shots, he could have went huge.
Legacy Knight here with the open shield. Nil getting revenge, getting payback. That's going to be a noted, as KJ does get a notification and a voice line is played whenever her turret is destroyed. That dizzy blind coming out very quickly. The attackers, KJ, going out, trying to stop the retake on Marietta. Marietta has 6 seconds to get out before they are detained. Nil with the second. The lockdown has been destroyed. Very quick thinking. Unfortunate timing from Nil. And Pelican gonna try to do all he can. A very smart play from Pelican there, as Marietta's economy is the way it is right now. A very smart play to save. It's better to live and fight another round than to die and destroy your economy.
What we saw there, that opponent's raise actually went pretty huge. He got those 2 kills and he stopped the retake. He got the kill at the start, and then he got another one after that. He took down 2 of them, and it made it so that it was basically impossible for Breach to retake on his own.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, as they say. Wayne State stacking towards C again here on the mini-map. McLovin not setting up on C. This could shake up the round, as Austin is forced to be there. Austin playing in a very aggressive position, almost gets punished there but that's enough to note. That's enough to note for the team that there is presence C. And McLovin able to get over there in time. Cam out. I don't think he bought any trips as he was unable to economically. And you cannot make poor financial decisions in this game. And he's going to tag one. Tag one. Probably the dart will be removed. Austin's going to get one off of that. And that door, like you said at the beginning, before this game, going to make a lot of noise. Pelican with the Aftershock getting the spike down. Aftershock was nerfed from 3 shots. It used to go 1, 2, 3. Now it only goes 2, and its damage was buffed to make up for it. Aftershock kills are very hard to come by. A clutch hit from Pelican. Hoping he's jiggle peeking, just spamming through the smoke. A very common practice. The ult gonna give them information. McLovin getting 2, and McLovin, you were my heart, man. And my heart can't take much more of this, man. They almost got there. Middle Hill gonna clean up.
What we saw was Wayne State slowly getting picked away at throughout the round. They kept losing players, building more and more disadvantage, and at the end they just got ran over.
Exactly. That Aftershock kill put them in a huge disadvantage. Unable to get plant down, unable to apply some pressure from player getting plant down. And now they're stacking A here on a very, very shamble buy. An unfortunate time to switch over to Gecko, as he just requested a buy. Like I said earlier, you can request buys. Oh, Showstopper is online. Pelican getting the orb. Pelican is now 3 from ult here. As Aftershock. Aftershock gonna be spent. Dizzy gonna note 2. Aftershock gonna light Gecko up here. A huge Aftershock there. They're gonna get 1 though. And now Wayne has made the call to back off and go C. Their Omen, their Sentinel KJ just lurking in their spawn. Austin the lone sight on C. Gonna get the timing on Gecko. He has ult. He has full util. This is gonna be an interesting round. Gonna be spent. The vulnerable gonna be spent here. Interesting round. And yep, that's gonna be a rotate again. The indecisiveness, I think.
Watch out! Watch out!
Oh, gonna get one. Nil Hill gonna get one. The timing. No. Nil Hill. They don't know. The KJ doesn't know. OPN's almost got caught with his knife out. Gonna paranoia 2, and Sean there just spraying. Sometimes the best thing to do when you get blinded is to just spray. McLovin almost got punished on the almost whip there. And it's just down to them, and it's gonna be here. Austin swapping over to his POV, and Nil Hill's just gonna defuse. And that is not what you do in that ult, unfortunately.
What we saw there was a guaranteed win for Marietta. After the ult, you saw, I believe it was Raze was camping the body, so when he came out of the ult, even if he wouldn't, he would have got killed.
That was a very smart play. Nil Hill, the call probably from Marietta was to wait on the body. Nil Hill, very smart, at least halving the spike before hopping off. As you saw, halving the spike means that you get it diffused halfway. You basically run out of time when the two lines cross each other. By giving it half, you basically give yourself more time to defuse the spike. Austin, though, very good ult there to win the round. And that Omen, not exactly a smart play. A good play sometimes, a one trick. Which means it works once. Thrash being spent here by Wayne State. Legacy Knight gonna spend also his ult. Here comes the party. Nil Hill gonna bring the party. Nil Hill gonna get none at least. Grenades out. Paint shells going in. Gonna note nobody got lit on that. Pelicans Aftershock spent. And
Legacy Knight is trapped on his own. Corner.
Oh, Austin. Oh, Boombot's gonna note Legacy. Legacy on the timing. Austin on the timing with Legacy here. This is gonna be a big round as Marietta is pinching them. They have spike. They don't have to wait. Double tap also increasing fire rate and reload time. And that is just unfortunate. A pinch there.
Now, Marietta's gonna have to be cautious. What you see right here is a 9-3 curse. If you don't know, it's a big thing in Valorant Esports. A while ago, some team made a crazy comeback from 9-3, so now it's a curse. So if they get, it's potentially the defense here, Wayne State getting a crazy comeback from 9-3 and winning.
Exactly. In the first round, it was the exact same thing. I said it on comms that I was like, it's 9-3, guys. We have to lock in. We have to win this. As the curse is very real and has happened to the best of teams here. Even in the Valorant Champions Tour, the big tournament of Valorant Esports here.
Now, we see this a lot from Wayne State. On attack, they all 5-stack and rush. Here, they're spreading out on defense. This is what we saw last time. They're very spread out, and we'll see if Marietta is able to run them over with a 5-push,
exactly.
5-stack rush.
Nilhill with one spent, spraying a very common spot for attackers to lurk. Wingman gonna get one. Nilhill almost punished on that. As McLovin gonna save his life there. Nilhill getting Legacy Knight. Here. Pelican being down by Norax. And Plant is down. Austin on that last one. McLovin getting down by the Rays. The Rays on Wayne State. Wayne State's Rays has been pulling a lot of weight here. The spike is planted in a way to where they can spray through smoke. Austin with a great shot. Nilhill getting the Rays. The mirror match being won. And they're going to be noted. It's just going to be too much for Wayne State. 10-3 here. Marietta with the advantage.
What we saw on A site, this is crucial. If Wayne State do not adjust, they will lose. They tried to play on site and defend it with only like 2 people, and they just got run over. And they didn't work together. We've been seeing this over and over. Marietta just works together, and they just push out, and they get more favorable fights, and they win them.
Exactly.
And then Wayne State's at a disadvantage, and then they can't win the round.
Exactly. Valorant is a 5v5 game here. A whole team playing together is better than one person playing. Now, that's not to say that there have not been crazy plays where a 1v5 has happened and an ace has come in, but it's very rare. Sean with the setup, and it's going to be noted. Marietta going to be noted. They kind of have an idea of where Sean is. The paint shell's going to get him. You have to check your corners. That has been a huge thing. Sean getting 3 with the Bucky. And Spike is down here. And unfortunate timing here. Let's see how this is going to be played. He's done it before. Nilhill able to clutch out rounds. Double tap shield going down. The Boombot for info. He's going to fake play. He's going to fake plane here. Causing Legacy Knight to swing. And this is all going to be timing. And he's done it. Nilhill with a clutch on the timing. And he's going to initiate Spike here. Oh,
we saw a crazy 4K. Nihil is coming out clutch in this game. We've seen multiple times where he's come in and just saved the team from a round that was about to be lost.
The timing, crucial on that one. Very, very crucial. Very good play, very smart play. He has a very high game sense, obviously, as we can see. And that's just going for both teams here. The Wayne State's Rays with a huge bit of game sense too. Always throwing that nade, a very common thing to do to Rebel. And that smoke's gonna go out.
About to explode onto B site.
Sean, the jet
defending.
Turret's gonna get one. Turret's gonna note 1. And they're just trying to watch and see if there are any. The flash going in. He's gonna get 1. Legacy Knight, Nilhill down. Pelican getting another one. On the traits here. The traits coming in like crazy. OP needs double tap out. Austin with Spike. Not really. Duelists usually don't get the Spike here. And he's just going to be forced to play back here. Sean, you have to check your angles there. Sean with great timing. But he will be noted. And that will get checked again. Yep. Nilhill making sure that does not happen again. Coming online. The showstopper coming online. 2 days on the Dizzy here. And the unfortunate part for Vin. He has a Vandal. He has a Dream. It's been done. But unfortunately, Vin playing a valiant round there. Holding down the site as much as possible. Match point. Marietta.
Now, we're gonna want to see what buys we're working with here. I'm not sure if Wayne State actually has enough money for a full buy this round. It's
They
looking
don't.
like- yep, they're looking. We're looking at a Judge, 2 Guardians, 2 Spectres. They're looking for anything they can get. 12-3. They need a round.
They need a round here. A very, very cobbled together buy, but that does not mean anything. Guardians have the best single shot accuracy in the game. Oh, and that's that Mosh combo. That Mosh combo with the Rays. Nay, paint shells going in. Noting one. Vin, Pelican gonna get downed by the mosh pit. I think that was unfortunate miscommunication on Marietta. Getting body blocked. Like I said, Guardian shots coming in, Spectre shots coming in. It's been done. He's gonna be noted. Unfortunate there. Playing too tight of an angle. And Sean they're gonna get guns now.
That was a crucial round for Wayne State, obviously. If you win when you get to 13 rounds, so right now Marietta, if they win 1 round, they'll win.
Their game. That is game. And how about this? How about this? 2 ults on Marietta's side. Austin with the 1v1 ult. Rays with the showstopper here. McLovin 1-2 ult. OPNe's 1 to ult as well. A lot of close to ults here. If Sean can get a pick, that will discourage. Lockdown, a very huge ult. That destabilizing, going to give a lot of information here. And I believe Norak's going to go. Norak's going to go. You have to check your corners. It's going to get nothing. You have to check your corners. Austin going to note. Nil going in quickly. Not getting anybody there. Going to get down. Defender Killjoy out. Defenders are forced to respect this here. Sorry. Spikes down, and they're just gonna try to get out of this. OPNe's gonna know. Defender Killjoy gonna get none. A very quick reaction time here. Oh, McLovin with 1. They know where they are. Austin getting noted here too. OPNe's, it's been done before. Oh, they stuck it.
This is huge for Wayne
A
State.
huge bit to their economy as well.
Wayne State is back in it. They have enough to full buy, and potentially off this, they can get a couple rounds. But keep in mind, Marietta College, if they even get 1 round, it's over. They win. So what we're going to need to see is a continuing momentum from Wayne State if they want to try and make a comeback in this game.
Marietta letting off the accelerator a little bit in those last 2 rounds. They have to keep the pedal to the metal. It's going to be a little harder now. Austin's ult being spent. OPNe's does have ult though, which means that they can pull a little tricky things. How about this?
Classic, but we saw this in VCT. If you watched, that wall is spammable with an Odin, so if the attackers come out, they just get sprayed down by that Odin.
How about that? A quick play here. Showstopper online along with Thrash. Thrash a huge bit as it can detain and lock down. Marietta playing very, very slow, very methodical. A very different approach from the usual explosive play that it is. Pelican grabbing orb. I believe that means Pelican almost. Yep, that's all that they're gonna need. OPNe's winning the duel. Pelican getting tagged up, as you said, on that spammable door. Legacy Knight up there waiting. Legacy Knight, he can get a timing on this. Unfortunately, no. McLovin still holding all OPNe's. And it's going to be Thrash. Austin knows exactly where Vin is. That's been noted. I'm very surprised that OPNe's has not used his ult yet. As I quickly try to remember which spectator control goes to OPNe's. Pressing every button. McLovin getting 1, McLovin getting 2, and that's a little bit of insult to injury here. A little salt to the wound. And it's just nil with the Odin kill. And that is a 2-1. That is a 2-1.
For Marietta.
For Marietta,
so
yes.
What we saw, what a series. A really close game at the start that really got us prepped for what was coming during this game. And then we saw the follow-up game next game on Haven, we lost 13-6, I believe, and now here we win 13-5. So we're kind of seeing the games almost predict each other, and it seemed like it was a game of momentum. We came out swinging in this game because in the last game we won so much. We came out, I think we won like 9 in a row or something. It was crazy on the second game, and the first game we barely lost. So I think really it came out, we were in a close game at the start, and then we really punched them. We came out swinging, and we got it done in the end.
Exactly here, with a look at the scoreboard on the left here. Nil Hill being a huge factor in those rounds. The rounds where he got 3, he would get 2, 3. First kill momentum again, huge in this game. Marietta coming back after winning 2 straight, riding the momentum from the second game in here. I was very surprised though to see them lift off the accelerator a little bit in those last few rounds. Their usual explosiveness going away. Austin with McLovin also with a huge part in this 17-5. A huge ult. Cypher ult, one of the cheapest in the game aside Phoenix, I believe. A good for info, good for you. So Austin playing a huge role. What were your thoughts on this match?
I would say, Nihil, he came out pretty dang strong. We remember that 1v4 or 1v3 4-kill ace clutch, or sorry, not ace, but he had that clutch round, and like you said, there were many rounds where he came out like that, and I think a big thing was him switching to duelist. In the first game, he was playing Sentinel, he got a lot of kills, but, I mean, you're a Sentinel, you're not really supposed to do that, you're supposed to hold off parts of the map.
The swapping over to duelist really did help, especially on Lotus, constantly throwing that nade from Nil Hill. A very common practice to do. As you saw as well, whenever they would come into A, they would always shoot that box, they would always shoot that door going to B, and that is especially good if you want to quickly rotate.
And another thing, we're going to be looking for a player interview here, hopefully, from our winning team, Marietta Esports. Look forward to that. We'll see who we get. We can give them an interview. Really good things coming out from the team. Great start to the semester. I think towards the end, we really solidified the teamwork. And like I said, we got a lot of util coordination. I talked about the Zach, and I think that helped a lot.
Yes, the refragging, playing off very much a different team from the first game. Marietta learning from their mistakes a little bit, as you can see in the second and third matches. With that swap over, in the second match, the swap over to Jet on Nil Hill was a huge factor. In the third match, Ray's a huge factor as well. McLovin as well on the big one. Here we go.
Yeah, just go and take a break. The break button.
I have no idea.
We're back here with Austin, who was on ISO for 2 maps. The second map, the swap over to ISO from Raze.
Yes.
What was the thought process behind that? Considering that Haven is a pretty long map, especially C long, A long. What was the thought process behind that?
Well, we looked at how we were using our utility, right? And we decided that ISO would be more useful with a Raze combo. So we ended up running ISO and Raze.
Yes.
And that tended to work better, especially some of the highlights of the match we're using that kill contract to put pressure on the team to retake points. So that was kind of
the kill again. You mentioned the kill contract, that ultimate on Haven in the third round, the second match, third round. When you the ultimate is a high risk, high reward kind of an ult. It stalled long enough. Was it kind of intuition to think to use the ult, or kind of walk us through the thought process again?
Yeah, so I mean, we're always playing as a team, right? We're always communicating. And so the call came through, hey, maybe use the ult, and I thought that was a great idea, so I ended up going with it. And even though I didn't win, I knew that if I had stalled long enough, it would have been okay. Yes,
very, very much. A few clutches from you as well. What were your thoughts on the Omen? OP Neese's outplay of the Raze, teleporting past the showstopper on 5 HP to clutch the round.
Well, I'm pretty sure it was loud enough to hear in here, and if it wasn't, I don't know how.
It was loud, very loud.
That was insane. Very well played for OP Neese. That was probably the highlight of the game. I'll give it to him. That was really exciting.
Really good.
We were all up out of our chairs.
Yes. Yeah. Mick Lovin, though, what were your thoughts on his contribution to the team? His util, Cypher's util being pretty good at catching flanks. His cage is good for smoke, and his ult is huge for util. The moments he used ult, especially on Haven, to win the round, you were pushing off of that. What went through your guys' mind, especially since in the first game, you guys kind of like what's flicked? Like, did a switch flick in your mind after the first game, and you guys were like, all right, maybe we should start refragging and stuff? Is that ult where you went in to see and got I think it was the 2 on Haven after the Cypher was scanned? What did you guys communicate? What did you guys think about?
Really, we just had to kind of go back to the drawing board on how we approach playing as a team. And we noticed that we were lacking cohesion, so we kind of sharpened up, started swinging off each other, making it intentional to use utility together.
Yeah.
So to answer your first question, McLovin is just a wonderful Cypher. He knows all the lineups that we need, and using that utility to give us the advantage, especially in those critical flank moments. There were quite a few moments where those came in handy.
Timing.
And the cages, like you said,
yes.
Great rotates with those. So overall, it was a fantastic game.
And I know that we won, but I will have to ask why there were a few plays, especially in the last few rounds on Lotus, where you guys didn't check corners. Sean got 3 on the Bucky.
Mm-hmm.
What went through your guys' mind? And I know I ask you that a lot.
Yeah, I know the exact call that was made was to push through the smoke onto site. And what we neglected to do was both clear our corners and use utility properly. I tried to wall salvage it, but by the time we realized what had happened, like you said, Sion, very good play for Sion. Or Sean, I apologize if I'm butchering that, but very good play on his part, capitalizing on our mistake there. But we definitely won't do that again. So we'll be
learning from the mistakes is a huge thing in the game.
Mm-hmm.
In this game, Obviously, from game 1 to coming to winning back-to-back, which is not easy to do in Valorant, considering how quickly momentum can shift. After that second game, do you think you guys kind of rode the momentum a little bit and went into the fifth round and went into the third game, especially with Haven being such a back and forth map? The lead changed 5 times in that game.
Yeah, really riding that momentum wave was really what bolstered our confidence and gave us the ability to really capitalize and play as a team. Once we found that balance between being aggressive and using utility properly, we really were able to capitalize on our pushes, and it would just work so much better.
Yes, and I do want to highlight one of your plays. There was a flank that you did in Haven.
Yeah.
It was a unfortunate loss, but
yeah,
I saw the minimap, I swapped to your POV, and I'm like, Austin, the timing, you got to get this perfect. The timing was perfect. Unfortunate result.
Yeah.
What would you say kind of led to that decision, led to that flank?
Yeah, so I'm always looking for gaps in defense and offense. I'm looking for both where the team is, the utility that's been used, and where they're using it. And so as I was kind of processing all the information, I realized, hey, why don't I flank? Right now they're pretty preoccupied with the site push, so I'm going to go on this flank right now and try to catch them off guard.
That does make sense. Outplaying them there, very smart. I described you on stream as a technically sound player, and I know that is preached a lot here. The fundamentals.
Thank you.
I would say, who else would you say is technically sound on this team?
As far as technically sound, Nihil, obviously a fantastic player. All of our players are fantastic. None of them did bad. We all had our moments, but really Nihil, me, and McLovin, I think, are the most technically sound of the group.
Exactly.
We're all fantastic players.
Yes, as I said before, the potential of this team is staggering. 2 more questions and then I'll let you go. The one play, the play where you see, that's the thing. The Lotus map was so explosive from you guys going into the second half.
Mm-hmm.
And then you guys just kind of let off the pedal a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
The other team, Wayne State, got up a little bit of momentum. What was your call? Why did you guys let up on the throttle?
Yeah, it really comes up to just being overconfident. I think that's really what it is. It's the ability to recognize, to stay humble, to stay sharp, to not allow ourselves to say, hey, we're really crushing it right now. Let's just make careless mistakes. And that's really the key word here is being careless. And just having a lot of overconfidence.
Really well said, Austin, there. Overconfidence is a huge killer, especially in this game. Final question, anything you want to say to the people watching?
Yeah, well, thank you guys so much. I mean, that's the biggest thing. You guys watching, it means the world to all of us players to have such a loyal audience. We really appreciate you guys tuning in and just supporting us. I know it gives me the fuel to play my games. So thank you guys so much, and thanks for watching.
Marietta winning 2 straight after losing their first game. A huge turnaround, a huge momentum boost. Marietta 1-0 on this season. And that wraps it up right now for this match from Marietta, Ohio. Good night, everybody.
Go ahead to the end stream.